What up, everybody? This is episode 8 of the Settle Down podcast. Tonight we have a couple fun things in store, i.e. we got a wing review. We're going to talk some sports news. Keaton's going to make fun of my laugh. And we're going to kind of highlight some of the upcoming stuff for the podcast, in case you guys are interested.
Also a little finance segment.
But with that being said, I feel like we should kick off with the wings, not the weekly recap.
Not like those bitches.
Because Zach is starving and he's looking at me like he's going to eat me. So
I'm hungry too.
We are going to do overrated, underrated wing flavors, starting off with what flavor, Zach?
Wait, what?
Is it one flavor or is it just...
Whoa.
What?
No. So we got 2 different wings.
Oh, okay.
Over on... Okay, sorry, guys.
It's his first day.
Yeah, first day. New guy over here.
Jamie!
We got wings from what's called Han Chimek. A little Korean plate. I don't know, Korean fried chicken.
Hey, nice cultural... Hey, cultural appropriation right here, ladies and gentlemen. This man is white. Cancel him.
No, that was good.
Cancel him.
That was
exactly
good.
that's exactly how you pronounce it.
Not how I would have pronounced it.
The place was pretty cool. It was a little hole in the wall spot, but it was the guy was super nice. That was
it's on Broadway.
Helped me out. That's the problem. I don't think it's in a great location. That location is so bad. You drive by that place and you'll dude. I barely know it existed, and I live right down the street from it. So
I'm gonna give a little shout out to our new Apple Music and Spotify. It's on there, and our Instagram as well. Check the link in the bio. You can find everything.
Hey, you got them long ass road trips. Turn us on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, turn us on.
Listen to me rant.
Turn us
you guys
on,
turn me on
for
always.
2 hours. Do it.
Guys turn me
You love my voice. You'd want to listen to it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Oh, it'll turn you on. More ways than one.
Zach,
You'll turn it on, and it'll turn you on. You know what I mean?
Start off with let's give a little...
get us right.
Yeah. Cool Spotify
Yeah,
feature
everybody
if you're
go on to
watching
Spotify.
If you're watching it on like a Fire Stick or something, and you're not on YouTube. Yeah, it is chicken, but it is breaded, so I'll just take that off. But Spotify does have a feature where you can also enable video. So if you wanted to watch us eat chicken and you didn't want to have to hear us chewing we're ASMR.
Chicken.
Yeah, let's keep the chewing out of the microphone, boys. Don't forget that.
Oh,
It's
I'm
gonna be
chewing
nasty.
in the mic now.
No.
I'm actually chewing my mic right now. You guys just can't see it.
Yeah, show
Cody,
Cody,
do not
absolutely
do that
not.
again.
Oh, I'm good. You can. It's not keto. I can't. The plate is keto, so I'll eat that. Hey, is metal keto?
I think so.
Hey, were you a glue eater?
More on that
Glue
later.
eater? No.
I was like the kid that would take the glue, all the Elmer's glue, put it on my hands, and then
Keaton,
just
our
slowly
Windows
peel it
keto?
off once it got dry.
I was the type of kid
Once
that
it
would
dried
take the kindergarten scissors
Yeah.
and I'd cut holes in my head for like fun. I
That's
literally
cool.
cut my hair.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hell
remember
yeah.
that kid Gage in our kindergarten class? The drooler? Dude, that kid drooled.
All right,
This is definitely buffalo.
this is buffalo. Boneless, but it's dark meat. Being a wing purist as I am, I'm a fan of the dark meat opposed to the inferior white meat.
As someone who just ate chicken about 2 hours ago, I'm curious.
No, I was just an idiot. I haven't done anything right today.
That's fair.
I feel like all I've done today is I've gone to lunch and played Apex. I've done everything wrong. Like I just like I played
Just
like
one
shit
of those.
today.
Just one of those days, huh?
It was one of those days. Played like dog shit. I could definitely tell my teammates were getting pissed at me. But then I went to lunch and I nearly spilled my water. Got the wrong sushi roll. It was just Cameron.
Oh,
Yeah, Cameron Wait. No, he's dope. But I don't know. It's just like one of those days. I feel like I've done everything wrong. But fuck, I can't even eat chicken right. It is what it is.
Hold your
I'll be honest. I really like that. I thought.
Yeah.
that shit's fun.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously like the breading's a little soft because it sat in a bag and steamed.
Yeah,
so
we're
like,
not going to judge that.
moisture gets in. But the chicken was really juicy, and the buffalo sauce, it wasn't like that super runny buffalo sauce. It was like it was enough where even if you ate like the bone in, it wouldn't fuck up
It's that,
like your
it's
hands
that
and get
sauce
on your
that
shirt.
sticks, you know?
Yeah, it's like that. It's almost like a dry wet rub. It's like
Yeah.
in the middle, you know.
Yeah. Nice consistency.
Chicken was mad juicy, and it wasn't too spicy. Like I could eat a
It had its
full
own
plate of
little
those.
twist to it too. Which was
yeah.
nice.
It has like it's that dark meat too. It's hard to get dark meat
Well,
chicken.
it has that little tanginess if you guys
I
kind of taste that in there.
Yeah, I like that it wasn't too
At the end.
spicy because I felt like I could eat, like you said, eat a bunch of them, but it was still
think
like
you-
good.
the only thing-
So we have one other flavor, and that's right.
Yeah, so this is the second flavor.
Yeah. I think the only thing I could say about that first one is just like, I want to say it was good. It was decent in flavor, but I think it could have had a little bit better.
I think
flavor.
for location and where it is, that's a good spot.
Yeah. So where can we shout this place out? Where?
Yeah, it's off Broadway, next to Broadway Bar, the best bar.
Gross.
We need to send
And the
this
dry
to, like,
cleaners.
their social media.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now
And
we're
the dry
talking.
cleaners.
I love that dry
Everybody
cleaner.
knows now.
Yeah, the dry cleaner next to the
Candyman.
dry cleaner and Broadway Bar, sandwiched in between, little hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Great place.
Sometimes the little hole in the wall places are usually
Oh.
the best.
They
And the
are.
work and the people that work there, they were super nice, super personable, good people.
Yeah, I went in there. So I went in there a couple months ago, and I wanted to try it. You can only buy in the pound, and I did not want to spend $20 on chicken
By the
that
LB.
day. And she kind of looked at me like it was kind of like a unspoken like, yeah, you got to have friends to come here. And it was just me by myself when I walked in. I felt like a loser walking out. I was like,
but,
yeah,
like,
I'll come next
she's
time with
assuming-
friends.
She's assuming you're not fucking that stoned, like that you can't eat a literal.
Or you're taking it to go for your friends, and you're just like, nope, I'm here.
You guys want to know a story about
So this
a pound of
I'm
wings?
here.
is this garlic?
This
Garlic
is
sauce?
Gangnam style. A lot like Gangnam style, but with a Y.
So it definitely smells.
How do you do
garlicky.
that dance?
I'm not doing that on the podcast. I'll knock over a camera at my size. So
I mean, you said it, not me. So,
no regrets, chief. That's good. It's like
are you into the? You're
I've
into the
never
next
had a
one
wing
already?
flavor like this.
so okay. So it's like it's very garlicky, but it's that it's like an Asian zing. If you ever go to like Wingstop, it's Asian zing, but it's got like a garlicky aftertaste to it, like a mint. I don't know. It's really good.
I think it's pretty good.
That's better than Buffalo.
I definitely think this place would be so much better if you walked in and actually sat down and got the wings. Obviously, but so I definitely want to do that. I want to go in there and actually try it like super, like straight off the plate, or
Like
straight
Gasco's
off,
mobile.
yeah, straight off the grill or however they freaking cook them, and
What is that?
try them that way when they're just extremely fresh.
Is that lychee?
But I like them. I think they're really good. The only part is, man, is like I asked them about business too. I was like, "So how are you? Do you guys like get busy at all?" And yeah, some days we get really busy, and then some days we're just super slow. I think just that comes with the location. I'm assuming more slow than busy, but I think it's pretty damn good.
I
They're
think that we
also-
support the local foods and stuff like that.
They also are open till 12 a.m.
See, that's crazy. That's a very that's
Friday
a, that's
through
a,
Did not know that.
Hey, we just ate at Enzo. Or we just drank at Enzo. And
Friday
let's go
through
get
Sunday.
some fucking chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might be the move.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. That is fire.
What?
We cruising to Enzo after this.
Maybe.
I
be
like
interesting,
that. To be
fellas.
honest with you.
Yeah.
I thought that was better than the buffalo, and I think the only reason why is because the buffalo to me is just like it's a flavor you can get anywhere,
Yeah.
and it.
But
I
if
don't
they
know.
do
It
right.
tasted good, but it just tasted like it tasted similar. It's
I
the
get another
classic wing flavor. It's the litmus test.
I think they had a little bit of a twist on it. So what do we rank the wing flavors, boys?
Out of 5 or out of 10, I thought the buffalo was probably like a 6, just because the chicken was really good. But the Asian zing, especially with that kick at the end, I'm gonna give that like a 8.4.
Solid. I like the Asian
Pretty
zing
good.
as well. I was gonna give it a 9, but then the buffalo, like 7.5. I don't know. I like a saucy wing,
Yeah,
and like it is good. Don't get me wrong, but like if I'm getting buffalo wings, I want it to be like a
I do.
saucy buffalo wing.
the shed buffalo wing.
The shed
Yes.
Those are
buffalo
saucy
wings.
bitches.
Best.
The shed
Best ones
wings
here.
are so
We got to
good, dude.
vlog at
Oh
the
my
shed.
God.
That'd be
Yeah, we
fire.
should.
I'll play smart.
Sean, what you think?
Honestly, I like the buffalo. I did think it was a little basic. I would guess there's a certain sauce on there that we all know. I'm guessing it's Frank's. I don't think that they did anything special.
No, they definitely did.
No, Frank's
They
is
do their
noticeable.
little
No, no, no.
I have Frank's at home, and I
You
just
can
cooked
ta-
with
you
it
can-
today.
'Cause
Like
look, they
Frank's
have,
wing
the
sauce?
little,
Yes,
like,
it is not
too.
Frank's.
You can taste that little zing in there too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so I'm guessing that they did use like a generic wing, a buffalo sauce, but it's
Yeah.
not like they're just making chicken and then just dumping the sauce and tossing.
It's still good, honestly, for like a
They're
place
definitely
that's right
putting, like,
there.
garlic and onion powder and stuff like that.
Yeah,
At least the chicken's marinated.
that is
Because
true.
it's juicy
I will
enough.
say
I
for a
can tell.
place that's right there, right down the street on Broadway, it's,
Man,
I'm gonna
that's
give
dangerous.
the buffalo a 7 and the Asian a 7 as well.
Okay.
Honestly, the Asian was really good. No, you know what? I'll give the Asian a little bit better, just because it was a little unique. But yeah, I mean that buffalo. I mean, I'm giving it a 7, but I would eat that any day.
Oh, 100%.
Buffalo is hard to fuck up, but it's almost impossible to perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nick
Mind you-
asked if we tried Prime.
Yes.
Prime is so
Cody
ass.
has.
I don't even want to talk about
Stop.
Prime. Is disgusting.
I honestly been
Prime is great.
Nick. I've been getting Prime quite a bit at Winco just because of like 80
Body armor lights are so
they're
much
80
better.
cents, Keaton, at Winco. Like, why wouldn't you
No.
get that?
80 cents?
They're
Yeah,
80
like
cents.
85 cents.
Damn.
Do you know what's crazy? People pay like almost 100 pounds, which is GBR. They pay $100 technically for Prime in the UK because it's impossible to get.
Really?
I watched a video. I watched a video of some security footage, like CCTV footage, and people were trying to get Prime in the UK, and they literally stocked it, opened up the store, and it looked like those old videos of like Best Buy opening up
Black Friday.
on Black Friday with like people punching each other for drinks.
Damn.
It's crazy. So I'm glad we have it here in the States, but it is.
I think Prime's pretty good. I've had
Jake
the fruit
Paul
punch.
fights Fury on the 26th.
He does. He does. That is finally
Speaking of
confirmed.
Prime.
He could actually
That's
contend.
Sunday.
He could contend
We
for a
should watch
title
that,
because Tommy Fury's an actual fighter in the WBC. So
Yeah,
Jake
he
Paul
could.
could actually make his WBC introduction. This
Oh my god, I really hope he gets knocked out.
I'm kind of rooting for him now.
Wait, is it Tyson Fury's son? Or something?
It's his younger brother.
Yes.
Like I
Younger
said
brother.
before,
It's his younger brother. It's his.
until he fights an
is
actual
it
boxer, he
his
doesn't have
It's
my
his younger
respect.
brother.
So now that he's fighting this kid,
Tyson's not that old.
he'll have my respect.
He's like
All I
30
wanted was
something.
for him to actually
True.
fight somebody his own age and somebody that actually boxes for a living.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Not a basketball player that's 5'6". Nate Robinson.
Tommy Fury isn't like the most profound fighter, but he's definitely a
He's
boxer.
I mean, he's a
undefeated.
professional boxer, and he's undefeated.
Undefeated in boxing is a very skewed number because you can pick and choose fighter until you get to like
No, yeah, I agree with that.
championships.
Yeah, I mean he's not super competitive.
I mean,
but
Jake Paul's
undefeated
technically-
is
He
undefeated.
still
Jake
is a,
Paul's technically undefeated.
Jake
yeah.
Paul's undefeated against
Hey,
basketball players
undefeated's
and
undefeated then.
ex-athletes.
Ben Askren.
And QB
Yeah.
Ben
QB
Askren.
winning is a QB stat and losing.
And
Uh,
Tyron Woodley.
and a
he
pitcher
tied.
stat.
Did he tie with him?
Yes, it is.
But the wings for me, I didn't think they were that special, man. They were
No.
good, but I honestly I don't know. Like, I feel like those would be really good intoxicated.
Dude,
Yes.
I was about to say
Oh,
the same
yeah.
thing.
But I would have to give the Buffalo like, I'd say a Buffalo like 7, and then the Zing probably like a 7.5.
Solid.
I would probably say the Buffalo is worse than that. Maybe
I
like
agree with Cody,
6.5,
though,
7.
with
I'm
that.
not a huge fan.
I'm not
I
gonna
honestly
lie.
think Buffalo Wild Wings might be better.
You
I don't
hear
mean to
about
be
that?
disrespectful with
That'll
that,
be my
but
news thing then.
the Buffalo one kind of tasted like a glorified
We'll get to that, Silas.
freezer wing, like one that you warm up in like an air fryer or like a toaster.
I can see
Like
that.
it just didn't have the texture of like a wing that you would get at a restaurant, you know?
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go with
Keaton
the
shrunk.
buffalo wing. I think you give it a solid 6.5, and I wasn't that impressed with the Asian one. Like I thought it was good, but I wasn't that impressed with it. I'm gonna give it a 7.2.
So Silas kind of brings us into our next segment of
That's
sports news and kind of our news headlines. Silas says, what are your thoughts on the story out of Alabama? So this is going to be my
What's going on?
storyline, actually.
Explain it to us. Enlighten us.
Yeah.
So there was an ex-Alabama basketball player, or now an ex-basketball player, that shot and killed a mom of a 5-year-old son.
I saw this.
He shot and killed her, so he's actually waiting to be charged with capital murder. Waiting trial. But what's crazy is the guy that gave him the gun is their freshman phenom, who's probably going to be a top 5
A lot
pick
of
in the
it.
NBA.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name's
Braxton.
Brandon Miller.
Or Brandon.
Brandon
Oh,
Miller. Yep.
cool.
So he gave him the weapon that was used in the capital murder, and some people are thinking that it was tried to be covered up by the university a little bit, because when they asked the coach about it, they were like, "Oh, Brandon's not in trouble. Like there's nothing that he did wrong," type thing. So I kind of see both sides, but like he also gave the weapon in a murder trial. So it's like I don't know if
Yeah, what
teams
is
are-
he What would he be charged with there?
Brandon or
Brandon?
Brandon?
Because there is definitely. I know
the
that there's a
legal
weapons
term.
charge for that.
He'd probably be.
You took criminal law or criminal justice.
I took a little bit back in the day, but
Was it CSI Miami?
I think he would be.
He might know.
he
You
would
watched
be-
CSI Miami,
I think
right?
he would be on.
I watched Dexter.
What do they call it? Something to
Accessory?
murder, accessory.
Accessory to
He
murder,
would be
yeah.
in the sex. He
It
would
would be
get
something
charged
like
for
that.
accessory.
Sex
And
to
that could
murder.
that could be a decent sentence.
Well, that could also like if you think about it in the sports aspect, teams would not pick him because of that. Like his draft
Well,
stock goes down because
His
of
draft
that.
stock's probably at 0
Character
right
off
now.
the field.
Well, it's the same thing. I just think it's kind of crazy that
So-
like
That's nuts.
this happened before the season, so the one guy, something Miles, I think his name is, commits the murder. Blah blah blah. He gets kicked off the team, leaves the university. They're like, "Oh, this is fucked." Came out literally last week that Brandon Miller was the guy with the gun.
Has he been
They
playing the
gave
whole
it to
year?
him. He's been playing the whole year.
He's a dog too.
And he's by far their best
Was a
player.
dog. Hey, he'll be a dog in that jail league.
And
He's not gonna
Alabama's ranked second in the
he'll be a
country
dog
right
to
now,
somebody
looking to
else.
make.
You know what I mean?
He'll be getting dogged by someone else.
He'll be getting dogged
I
by
also
somebody
saw
else.
an article that said that he gave him the gun because that kid, whatever his name was, Miles, asked for it for self-defense.
He did. He did.
Fucking
So-
nuts. He was just being a homie.
If that,
The dude committed murder with his gun.
my guess is that if that can hold up, is it was like. But the biggest thing is that,
Also could be a lie.
well, not only that it could be a lie, but there is also like, no matter if you donate a gun to somebody, like if you're like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
scared for my life and I can't get a gun, can I borrow it? And you go out and shoot somebody, they'll still probably find him guilty. Plus,
true.
Alabama is heavily conservative, and if this took place in Alabama, well,
He
actually,
did literally outside
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa, like
Yeah.
just
Not a
beyond.
moat, right?
I don't know where it was, but I
Yeah,
know it was
they might be
just
very strict
outside of
against that.
campus.
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't understand is why the fuck
What did
do
he say?
these kids?
He dropped a 40 bomb tonight in their win.
Dude, he's a dog.
What I don't get is why do you? Oh my God, Kylie!
Kylie!
Oh,
Dope.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I
Get
told
on, get
Anna
on.
to save
Hop over,
us.
hop over.
Right here.
No.
Kylie,
Kylie, get on!
Yeah, Kylie.
Grandma brought some cookies.
Totally
Yeah,
not.
but
We're
could-
talking about
well,
cookies.
We're doing. We all have a headline.
All the hot guys.
Yes.
Get in here.
Wait, which
Yellow
hot guys?
Sparrows,
Which hot
yes.
guys?
Shane Bieber, Dansby Swanson.
Ooh.
Dansby Swanson.
Yes, DK.
Dude,
I
Dansby
would do-
Swanson. Dansby Swanson. He can't hit a baseball, but he.
Combine runs.
Yes, I
I'm
do
just
dirt.
kidding. Shout out
I'd let.
Dansby Swanson.
Hey, I'd let DK do dirty
You
things
get
to me.
turned on by a run?
No, but it's just like hot that he's good at what he does.
That's fair.
Hey, I'd let DK
his
run a
huge.
40 on me.
Whoa.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Thank you. You're the best.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you.
Kylie.
Thank you for the cookies.
Are these made with almond flour?
Almond
Are they
flour?
keto?
He's pulling your chain.
Don't
Go
eat
home.
cookies if you're on a keto diet.
Yeah, he's playing with you.
Yeah, you fucking bozo.
Love you.
But what I
I'm
don't
actually
get
allergic to
is
eggs.
why these
Oh, fuck, guys.
motherfuckers, man, they got the keys to the castle
Oh, sweet.
and they ruin it. They ruin it. These
Well,
massive recruits going to whatever schools for basketball, football, whatever it may be.
I know.
They get
I already
themselves
s-
into some criminal trouble and they ruin it. I was just like, do you know how many guys would kill to be in your position right now? Do you realize it?
Yes.
Like, and guys just throw it away, just for
I think-
nothing. And I'm just like, it's ridiculous.
I know I already said a headline, but this kind of goes hand in hand. LSU's star receiver Malik Neighbors was arrested in New Orleans for having a gun.
I heard this.
Not even killing anybody,
Yeah.
just having a gun because he felt unsafe in New Orleans. We were there in New Orleans during the day, and we were like, this shit is sketchy. Imagine that shit on Mardi Gras.
New
Like,
Orleans is very. It's actually
yeah, bro.
New Orleans
It's
is one of the most
gross.
dangerous cities in the world.
100%.
New Orleans
So,
is gross.
I just thought it was kind of crazy that like
It'll be
they
underwater.
both
It'll be
happened-
underwater in 10 years, so it don't matter.
They both happened kind of in the same week.
not
So
wrong.
it's kinda
It will be.
crazy.
Do you want to explain how you almost got jumped?
Handle that shit.
Oh my God,
Oh,
okay.
It's going down.
So,
Going down.
so we're in New Orleans, right? And we're at lunch, I think, or no, we were in the hotel like right before, and I was like, guys, when we're in New Orleans, especially on Bourbon Street, there's gonna be guys that come up to you and say, I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes. And I told these guys, I said, don't talk to them because they're actually just trying to mug you and like take money. I was like, they'll say that like you know where you got their shoes, and you say, oh, Dick's Sporting Goods at blah 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 time, and then they'll like pull a gun on you and be like, no, give me some money. I told you that, but then
No,
we
no,
were
no, no.
de-
You told it wrong. When they ask, they say, "I know where you got your shoes from." You say Dick's. They say, "No, they're on your feet." Now give me
Oh,
$20
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like that's how they weasel you in with the money. They like say they can guess where you got your shoes from, and it turns out it's on your feet, and he's not wrong.
But what's funny is literally 10 seconds of us stepping onto Bourbon Street. I'm like walking in front of the group, and this guy comes up to me and like faces me, and he's like, I bet you I can tell where you got your shoes. And I turn around, I look at him, I was like, nah, I know how this works. And I kept walking, and I
Just
turned around,
sidestepped him?
and I saw you guys, and your eyes were like this fucking big. They're like, holy shit, that just fucking happened.
Yeah, I was like, nope. Just
Yep.
sidestep him and keep
Nah,
walking.
I don't fuck with
My
that.
favorite part is when he'd sight, like, because I was in the back, so I was
Yeah.
seeing everybody go before me, and This guy was very adamant. He had a stained shirt. He looked like he was off some shit. And Yaya would step to the left. This guy was playing like fucking shadow with him for like 3 seconds and then finally let him go. And then you see the big-ass enforcer dude with this other white dude with his shoe on his knee, like looking at his shoe and stuff. I was like, boys, that's who they got
That's
right
literally-
there. That's the guy.
But it was just funny that like not even 10 feet onto Bourbon Street, it happened like right
And then
away.
Bourbon
when
Street
I turned the
is bad.
corner,
It was crazy.
went down that little thing, and then you see that
And then
guy coming out. I was
boom.
like, oh, yeah, dude. Look at
I remember talking to Cody right after, and he's like, "Dude, I thought we were gonna have to get in a fight right there."
I don't know what these guys are capable of.
Yeah,
I
of
don't
course
know.
they
I'm
But it was
always
just kinda
I'm always like thinking.
Hey,
in, like,
Cody would win in a gang war, so that's what
would,
we
dude.
can
Cody's just
definitively
walking
say.
down the streets like this.
He's
But I'm
him.
always alert though,
I'm
especially in New Orleans. I just noticed there was some stuff out of the ordinary. I was like, dude, like,
for sure.
Cody's
I'm not
even
gonna
on
be,
a.
I ain't gonna be a victim. I promise you that.
Hey,
If these guys started swinging, I mean, what,
throw hands.
you can't sit here and say that it wouldn't happen though. You don't know these guys.
Cody likes to throw hands even on the most during the most leisure activities. Hey, tough day fishing, huh?
That guy deserved it.
Go fuck yourself.
He deserved
All
it.
right, Cody,
He's being a
cool.
smart ass kid on a stupid inflatable
Explain
bed
it,
on the
explain
river. Okay, I'm sorry. You can look at it however you want. But to this day, dude, he was floating down on one of those inflatable beds, trying to be all fucking cool with his glasses and his little spiked up hair. Comes down the river by himself with his group in front. He's like, "Tough day fishing, huh?" I thought he was being sarcastic. To this day, I will say that he's being sarcastic. I was not in the mood. Okay, I said, "Go fuck yourself," and he looked at me like with in awe, and I was just like, "Sorry, don't know what to tell you."
That's
My bad.
funny.
I
Just
don't-
laugh.
Just incriminate yourself, man.
No,
Guys,
it's not
in my
incriminating.
defense, he sounded sarcastic. So
He did. Sorry.
I was gonna pull out all the
Maybe he's
stops.
being friendly.
Yeah, maybe he just sounds sarcastic.
I
Do
would
we
say that's a
have-
fisherman?
Do we have any other news headlines?
NBA All-Star Weekend just happened. Did any of y'all watch it?
Unfortunately, yes. I was
Yeah,
at work, so we
there it
watched
is.
it.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of news going about this lately, but the NBA has a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, the dunk contest for like I don't know 4 years since pretty much the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon thing has been tragic.
More than that.
Yeah.
man.
Finally, they get Mac McClung in there, who I think like, going into it, most people who knew him from highlights
He was gonna win.
knew he was going to win
Yeah.
just because of
Or
like
at least
the
contend.
blandness. So recently, and this also happened in the 3-point contest. The NBA are getting these guys who look good on TV, like Damian Lillard, cool, awesome, glad he was in it. Lauri Markkanen, cool, awesome, glad he was in it.
Horrible.
But those guys are like 27th in the NBA in 3-point percentage, right? They don't get like a Yudo Watanabe. Stephen Curry obviously wouldn't want to do it, but like a bunch of G leaguers, they don't want to do that. Klay Thompson would be good. Gary Payton would be good. Someone who's like 4th in the league in 3-point shooting is Damian Lee. They're not going to get that because he's not a name player. The dunk contest recently, like the 3-point contest was okay, but it was just like
Kinda boring.
it felt so rushed that
Yeah.
they're trying to get everything done in one night. The dunk contest was cool because Mac McClung actually like carried the whole thing. But the problem with the NBA dunk contest recently, and it's something that I finally realized, is that the NBA thinks it's all about bounce. Like there's a difference between in-game dunking and show dunking, like dunking for entertainment. Someone like Mac McClung is very good at dunking in person, but he's even better when there's nobody in front of him, like a clear path dunk, where he can just be as entertaining as possible because he's so acrobatic. Someone like Jericho Sims, who is on the Knicks, that was the guy that put his 2 arms in it, and then the next one
And
he
the
put
crowd
one on
goes
him,
mild.
and the crowd goes mild. Granted, that guy's got a 40-inch vertical and he's 6'7". That's fucking insane. The problem is he's fucking boring and awkward to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. He can jump to the fucking moon and back. I don't care. If he's not jumping over a Kia, why do I want to fucking watch?
The dunk contest.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, I have a
Specifically.
question for you with the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Did they recently change the rules with that, with how many dunk attempts you get? Because they gave them a minute, and if they fucked up, they could continue to go.
So-
I've never seen that in the dunk
So
contest.
the NBA,
And I hate that.
so the NBA still has the 3 attempt rule.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
So the rule is that in order for it to be an attempt, it has to touch the rim with force.
Yeah.
So if the ball let's say you throw a lob up to me, and you accidentally fuck up the lob and it bounces off the rim, it doesn't count. But if I go to dunk it and I miss and it hits the rim or like it's an actual attempt, great. The problem is that some of these dunks take so long to do, they might take longer than a minute. And the NBA is trying to speed up the entire process to fit the skills challenge, 3-point contest, the celebrity game, and the dunk contest all in the fucking same night. Like a 3-hour span. It's not enough time. So I think that the NBA should probably look at getting like real dunkers. Like, granted, Anthony Edwards probably isn't going to do it. Ja Morant isn't probably going to do it because they're not going to risk their injury. But there is so many NBA players in the league that can dunk and jump out the gym that are just unknown guys that would be very entertaining. Just not guys that can just jump for joy. Like someone that really is going to like be there for the purpose. Mac McClung, G Leaguer, man. I mean, he won G League Rookie of the Year a couple years.
Didn't he get pulled
year.
up to the Lakers for a few games?
He did. He was a Laker. He was a Laker for like 22 games. Actually, he averaged like 8 points a game, which isn't bad.
I mean, he's not coming off the bench. He's not even their sixth.
He just looked
guy.
like a rookie, but
He's probably their 8th or 9th or 10th.
He was like the 11th
he's
guy.
a hooper in general.
No, he's always been a hooper.
Give him a while,
just
man.
don't think
I'm
he's
sure
gonna be
he'll fit somewhere.
No, I mean Golden State had him.
Good
We
role
waived him.
player.
But all right, so moving from the dunk contest, which I thought was only saved by Mac McClung, but another year of this, I might never watch that shit again. So thank you, Mac. The All-Star game was fucking atrocious.
Just a 1v1.
Atrocious. I watched
time.
Jaylen Brown, who plays for the Boston Celtics. I watched Jaylen Brown explain how he thought the All-Star game went. He said it wasn't even a basketball game. It was just like the top NBA guy, the top basketball players in the entire world lining up for a layup line.
It's a vacation.
It's basically like you know when you watch 5 minutes before game time and they're just doing those layups. He said that's basically how it is. It's like they're just doing warm-ups out there.
It was just a 1v1 or a layup the whole time. It was so boring.
Coach Malone for Denver Nuggets came out, and he was the head coach of that team, and he said that was the worst basketball game not only he's ever coached, but the worst basketball game he's ever witnessed in his entire life. Think about that. You go to a damn JV varsity or JV girls game in high school, and that shit might be more entertaining than a damn All-Star game. 188 points is cool, if it's an actual competitive game. Don't fucking sit here and tell me Jason Tatum scored 55 points. Woo! Dog,
Like, what?
did you see the plays where he was shooting those threes? There was a point when Jaylen Brown just put his hand up
Didn't even give a fuck.
and just walked away and let Jason Tatum just shoot.
Dude, he like me
a
for
three.
real.
That 1v1 was the highlight of the game.
Yeah,
That was it. That was literally it.
That was it.
It was horrible.
I don't think the NBA will change anything with the dunk contest, but I do feel bad for the fans, and it's probably why me personally, if I had the option to go, unless it was paid for or gifted to me, I would never buy my own ticket.
Yeah,
Those tickets are $1,000. Do you know what you get for $1,000? You get the greatest NBA players, some of them of all time,
Just fucking around.
just walking around
Yeah.
like it's a fucking leisurely Saturday, just playing a quick little pickup game, but they don't want to bust their knees.
Too. He scored 50, right?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But Steph was entertaining
Just
about
shooting
it.
half-pointers, I'm
But
like,
see,
for
Steph was doing
half-quarters.
turnarounds, and he was entertaining about it. There was
Shooting from the logo.
Yeah.
Half quarters, but
Yeah.
still.
There's no competition. There's no fucking fire to it.
Yeah, and kind of going off that a little bit, like, dude, some of these people that will go, because there's a video that surfaced with LeBron not suiting up for one of his games, and this fan was like, "Hey, yo, man, like I paid all this fucking money, like you're not even playing," and it's just like, why? Like, why would you like? Kobe didn't do that. There's an interview. There's an interview with him saying, He's like, I'll never miss a game. Anthony Edwards came out in an interview too, saying, He's like, the amount of people that come to our games, why wouldn't you play? I want to play.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Micah Parsons
You shouldn't.
also said that
I'm
too on
sorry,
Twitter.
but if you opt out of a game because you're trying to save yourself, that is some bitch shit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can understand
Sorry.
from like
Don't play the game.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I
Don't
can
play the game.
I can understand from like
I agree with that
LeBron's
as well.
perspective, where hey man, he's 39 and he's basically the only All-Star on that team, and he will probably continue to be for another couple years. And I can see where it's like, hey, I've played 5 out of 9 nights. I'm gonna take a day off because I'm just like old and decrepit.
Yeah.
But and also like at his level of production and his minutes, averaging like what 32 minutes a game. That's fucking insane. But I do understand from that point. It's like, why the fuck would you pay this type of money
It's
to
so
watch
expensive
just
to
like
go to one of
If
those
you're
games.
Dude, it's
athlete,
just
especially
so
the Lakers
ass,
or the
bro.
Warriors, or where some of these guys got these superstar type of
players?
talent that just some people will literally pay to just go see this one
Dude,
player play, and then he's not in. So I'm like,
Especially if you're a young athlete, bro.
Like when I went to the
if you're like 70% healthy, play. Like if it's like 60% where you're like, damn, like, it's pushing it, then I could see that. But like, you have like an ankle sprain, play through it.
Well,
Unless it's like super high play through.
If you're Stephen Curry, don't play through an ankle sprain because at this
a
point
young
in the
athlete,
season,
though, like,
yeah,
Anthony
if
Edwards-
you're like a
if
20,
Anthony Edwards has a fucking ankle sprain, he should play through it. Like he was saying, he
Yeah.
should.
and I think that really like depends on the
No, if
grade.
you're
But
Anthony Davis, you can't.
Yeah,
you get
well.
injured every single
I
game.
just remember when I
Man's
went to the
glass.
Lakers game
So bad.
in January. We what's his face? LeBron was out a couple days because he was sick or something like that, and we didn't know if he was going to play or not.
Sick.
And I was
Sick.
like,
sick my ass.
and
God, when
he
you
was
got a
also
little
injured,
cold.
so I didn't know if he was like injured
Food
or like
poisoning.
sick. And we,
Huh?
like right up
Food
until the
poisoning.
day of the game, we were like,
Food
is he even
poisoning?
going to play? Like
That's
I
not
literally
excuse.
flew
It's just
all the way
frustrating
down
as a
there.
fan.
It was our
Learned this
whole
last
day
week.
planned was to go to the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And we didn't even know until like 10 minutes before the game started.
It's just
Until I saw him for
frustrating as a fan.
warm-ups. I was like, okay, well, he's going to play today.
I also will say, I think the NFL and the NBA though are just kind of getting soft, especially with All-Star games and Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl was
It's a vacation now.
the Pro Bowl was a flag football game.
I have to say, I think this is the one time I can say the MLB has an opportunity to fucking deliver.
Dude,
The
they do.
NHL,
No.
even though they're
Dude,
All-Star
their
the
stuff is
NHL, all the skills competitions were on NHL TV, by the way. They were not on national TV.
Yeah.
That bought
No.
Yes, they were. Except for the game. The game was on TNT. But
No, I think the only
the speed shots and all that stuff,
the speed run,
the
and
skills
then
challenge.
the
boring.
speed run, and the accuracy
Yeah.
shooting with McDavid was on, I believe,
NHL TV.
Yeah,
I think
All-Star
All-Star games
game,
are so
and
boring.
then there
Wait,
was
I saw
one
that
other
at work.
one that was not on. That was actually on national.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Well,
national
Because we
TV,
had
I
it
believe.
on at Chili's. Me and Zach
Yeah, we
watched it
did.
at Chili's. And it
Hi,
was
welcome to
on-
Chili's.
But I mean, I guess it could have been.
Well,
It could've
I'll,
been, yeah.
I'll wrap up here, but I think where the MLB has an opportunity is that you have a home run derby that's already extremely exciting, and that
Yeah.
does pull a huge number.
Mm-hmm.
But I think,
love watching that shit.
but I think if you can incentivize the players to try a little bit harder in the All-Star game. Now, in years past, it was if the National League wins, they get home field advantage for the World Series, no matter the team that's in it, no matter the team's
Yep.
record versus who they're playing. I love that idea, and now they got rid of it because obviously it can create a competitive advantage,
Yeah.
given the scenario.
yeah,
But if
I
they
mean,
can
it
ins-
does skew the
Yeah,
All-Star game.
if
a
they
little
can
bit.
incentivize the players to maybe do like
back
make it like a
steroids.
real competitive game, or even make it a 3-game series, I think that would be amazing for
telling
the
you, that's
MLB.
that
All-Star
brought
game?
in the
An
people.
All-Star game, like make it a
Ooh,
series, a
that'd be
3-game
sick.
series, but don't do 9 innings out of risk
so that
of
it's
injury.
not as skewed as much.
Make it 7-inning games.
Ooh, I like that. That's
So make
sick.
it 7-inning
Yeah.
games. It gives you an opportunity to like
dope-ass
go
idea.
into your bullpen. You can use your starters for 3, but then you actually have a series where it's like, shit, I missed this or I was a little bit
Yeah.
late. Cool, I'll watch the highlights tonight
It's
and I
not
can watch
skewed
it
as much.
tonight.
Okay,
Yeah.
with
I
that
like that.
opinion, how it is now, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the celebrity softball game, the home run derby, and then the All-Star game.
Yep.
So if you're going to do a 3-game series, how are you going to still have the celebrity softball
Yeah.
game, home run derby,
Get rid of the
and
celebrity
3?
Yeah.
You can't.
It's so
I
boring,
would
bro.
It is
personally get
boring,
rid of
but
the
you
celebrity
can't,
game, but
though.
you can't get rid of it.
Dude, that NBA
What I would do,
celebrity game was
what
so
I would
bad,
do is
too.
I'd extend the season an extra 2.5 days. I would take the celebrity game and the home run derby and combine them to make them like the celebrity game happens, or the home run derby happens now, and the celebrity game happens after, vice versa. Maybe give them like an hour to like adjust like the terrain and stuff, and then the next day you play your game. The day after you play your game, and then the day after you play your last game. Right? It could even be a 2-game series, but you play your final game, you get a day off, and then you go do your
be a
thing.
2-game
I get it.
series.
You're running a lot of risk of like you're running out of bullpen
I'm
arms
thinking
and
of
stuff
like
like
a
that.
business decision. If you're the MLB, you have to fit all these things in if you're going to have a 3-game series.
But the NBA does it.
Where are you going to
The NBA does 4 to 5 events in a span of less than 48 hours.
But you just explained why all of that is shitty and needs to change.
I explained that it's
Well-
shitty because it lacks competition.
Yeah.
If the NBA
Completely
All-Star, if the dunk contest had like a bunch of
An
bouncers
incentive?
like Aaron Gordon and
Yeah.
Zach LaVine and Mac
Yeah.
McClung every year, I wouldn't give a fuck that the skills challenge just happened 10 seconds before. I would be entertained to that. If the 3-point contest had the top 10 3-point shooters that wanted to shoot, like that actually wanted to do it, I'd watch it. Dude, Lauri Markkanen is great. I think he's playing at a first team all NBA level. The guy is 27th in 3-point percentage.
He sucked.
23rd
Did
to
he score
27th.
like 15?
Yeah, I don't know. He was he was mid. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, great. The guy's like 35th in NBA percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the MLB has an opportunity here to capitalize. Not saying that they will because they're the MLB, but I think that would be a really entertaining thing to do. If you could at least make it like a longer series, it helps keep viewers going.
100%.
The NBA just has to get competitive, and I don't think they ever will, just out of risk of injury.
Oh, this is what I was going to say. Did you? I don't know if this was a meme or not. Sorry if I interrupted you, but I saw something that said Adam Silver is going to change the rules for picking All-Stars, and the last person is going to be considered the last person because people are getting like sensitive about it.
Yeah, last pick. Yeah,
Is that a joke?
They're starting
That's
to
so soft.
they pick the starters last. That's why Nikola Jokic went second to last and Lauri Markkanen went last. But
Did they do it this year?
They did. Nikola Jokic went almost last, and they were like, do you feel bad about being picked last? He's like, I had 2 points tonight. He's like, this is not my style of game. I'm just here because it's entertaining.
Yeah, So, I think that's soft as hell. Yeah. B, I remember in the NHL All-Star game, I think it was, I don't know when it was, but I remember Phil Kessel got picked last, and they were all making fun of him and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, no, that too, but like,
I'm in third grade. We're professional athletes getting paid to do this.
Exactly.
Game.
You're getting paid how much? Like, how much is Nikola Jokic getting paid?
He gets $45.4 million right now.
$45 million a year.
I think that's what he's going to get in 2 years.
Also add up all the All-Stars in the NHL, and that's their salary all put together.
Add up all the WNBA players, and I'd probably
make
his
third MVP in a row. He doesn't give a fuck about being the last pick.
No, that's why he said, this isn't my style of game.
No, it's a political thing for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's just just soft bullshit.
I got a quick headline. Mine's not.
It's not sports
related.
Hit a quick one then.
Nipsey Hussle clearly died. I think in 2019. Correct?
Yeah. I don't know if he's still dead, but
2019, really?
Hold on 1 second.
He might not be dead.
This isn't loading, but I remember what it said.
It
said that his killer was sentenced to 60 years in jail.
Good.
For life.
So
good.
60 years
Damn. Okay.
Shout out to the.
That is premeditated and capital murder.
Hey, shout out fucking Nipsey Hussle, man. He was good for the. He was good.
Goat.
He was good.
I don't say goat.
He's not.
Not an actual goat.
You're doing this to get a rise out of me. I know what you're doing.
Drake is a goat.
He's not a goat.
Yes.
But I'd say he's a goat
Top
for
10.
his own city. He represented his city. He had
What city?
He had a story. What is it?
Compton.
No, it's not Compton. It's right there, South
Inglewood?
Central, sorry.
Inglewood?
Oh no, Inglewood.
No.
Inglewood.
It's still Los Angeles.
It's all the same, dude.
It's
if
a
you look at
census
map,
designated place.
On Compton, Inglewood, and all, they're all in the same neighborhood. Like it's just different.
I will say he
different
is
hood.
really good, but he's not a goat.
But yeah, I mean,
No one that died early was a
he's
goat.
Last
doing
time
great
that
for
I
his community.
checked.
He had his store that he got shot out outside. He hired all ex-cons.
Yeah.
His entire workforce was
He's a
all
great dude.
ex-cons and ex
He was
people
a
that
good
were in
dude.
prison.
Yeah.
So
Prison
he was
reform.
doing good. It sucks. I mean, I really liked his music, but not a lot of people know him unless you're from the West Coast. So
How did he get shot again? Was he talking or someone just?
No, he got into an argument, and the guy he fired an ex-con. That guy went home, came back, and
Yeah,
as
that's right.
Nipsey was locking up the shop, he just pulled
he
up and
also
shot him in
happened to
front of
be
his
a blood,
store.
by the way.
That's foul.
Yeah.
And Nipsey's a Crip. So
Yeah, there was definitely some.
but he hired him out of the straight like
Nipsey was
getting
all
out-
about police reform
he didn't want
or prison reform. Sorry.
He really didn't want a city to have
That's kinda
like
foul.
that bad of a rap, even though it still does. It's a rough.
Yeah,
It's a
that
rough
guy
immigrant,
that
so-
guy probably doesn't live another 5 years.
But
in
yeah,
jail.
that guy's
might be
done.
gone.
There's so many people.
Unless
in
they
that prison
transfer him-
system,
unless
like,
they
He might be
transfer him
gone
to, like-
at this moment.
if they transfer him to like a Midwest ass
Yeah.
prison, he'll be fine.
yeah,
Not
but if
really,
he
but
gets sentenced
he
in the West Coast, he's
We'll be
done.
lucky if he.
He's
lives for
so
another
done,
year.
dude. If he goes to like, if he
He's
goes to,
definitely
like,
getting
San Quentin,
graped.
Pelican Bay, any of those prisons,
he's
he's
fucked.
done.
He's fucked.
That's where fucking what's his face is.
I wanna go to Pelican Bay.
is where Suge Knight
I'll
is.
give him a year if he's transferred.
I've
to
driven
one
by
of those
that
two.
prison, dude. It's literally on a cliffside in the middle of the fucking forest.
That's where I'm gonna
Shit's
go.
crazy.
Damn.
Last week, I know we talked about the playoff picture. I said that Toronto needs to make a big move, and they have.
And they did.
They
And they
picked
did.
up
Yep.
Ryan O'Reilly. St. Louis received prospect Mikhail Abramov, Adam Gaudette, who literally has 1 point in 6 games played. He's 26 years old, so just a little filler there, maybe some cap. They got the Leafs' first-round pick this year. They got the Ottawa Senators this year, third-round pick, and they got Toronto's next year's second-round pick.
That's solid.
But yeah, Ryan O'Reilly's 32. He's got 24 points right now. But last night on Tuesday, he scored a hat trick with the Leafs. His
Oh,
first
so
goal.
he scored a third one then.
Yeah, he
'Cause
had
I
a
saw
hat
him
trick.
spitting or
Yeah.
one of those sides store like, oh, he scored twice. But
Yeah.
that was like second intermission.
No,
or
he
something.
scored. I think he scored 2 goals within like 30 seconds or some
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
What
And
does he
then
play?
he's a forward.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
a
a
forward, right?
center. He's a center.
Damn.
He was playing last game with Mitch Marner and John Tavares, which is a crazy line because
Mitch Marner.
that's second line. First line's Austin Matthews, William Nylander, and Michael Bunting. But yeah, that's a good second line, and honestly depth too, because if they want to push him back to third line, they can. Third line center's a little.
He has like a lot more flexibility on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No, he
also.
does.
I mean, he's also a little bit
older.
up there in age, but he's still
Still doing
producing.
good. I mean, he hasn't
Still
produced
producing.
much with St.
Was
Louis.
he a star like in his prime?
Yeah, he won a Conn Smythe. He won MVP in the Stanley Cup Finals
So
when
he
they
was
won.
a superstar.
Yeah, he was for a
St.
minute.
Louis
He's not.
Is he a borderline star now, or is he kind of just mid?
Well, St. Louis fell off
Yeah,
pretty hard since that
he could be
Stanley
like
Cup.
I think he'll do good with the Leafs, just with their roster and stuff like that. He is looking good, and I think they have a chance. I might hop on the bandwagon soon. I don't know. I can see them
I
going
can't
far.
root for the Leafs,
Toronto, though,
man.
man.
Go Kraken, baby.
Stewie, shout out Stewie and shout out Cody Bray, both
It's Toronto,
Leafs fans.
though.
Hey, they've seen their team lose the last 7.
That's why I want him to win. Though.
First round exit, last 7
Sounds
years,
like Drake. First round exit.
Yeah.
Drake?
Drake.
First
Yeah.
round exit of what?
Rap.
The rap tier
The
list.
rap scene.
I
He's
hate
excommunicated
you,
from
Here we
the
go.
rap.
If you put him,
Circling
in
back
the
to
round of
Drake somehow.
64,
Top 10 ever.
I shouldn't have brought up
if
Toronto.
Drake was in March Madness
my
and he was
fault.
going against even
Freestyle,
like a
dude, he's done.
Santa Clara, if
like
he was
calling
going against
them-
Santa Clara, he'd fucking
Santa Clara.
the basketball team.
the WCC team.
What?
The
You
what?
said Drake?
If you put
You're not
Drake in like a
making
March
sense.
Madness bracket, he's out in the round of 64.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
talking
I
about-
agree
He,
with
he
that.
might be the
Santa
first.
Clara.
He might be the first 4 that's out.
Yeah,
This
Drake is
kid
if
is
freestyle,
dumb.
he'd have to call up his ghostwriter. It would be
Yeah.
a whole ordeal.
Dude, I don't play
Anyways.
my goal. I can't freestyle.
Speaking of financial
21.
people,
Huh?
speaking of financial people, what is your headline?
Oh, dude. It's fucking. Or were you done, Sean? I didn't mean to like
Yeah,
derail you.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just bring
Overall,
up Drake
Did you
and-
read
great
all the stats
pickup.
well?
Yeah.
Cool.
Overall, great pickup for the Leafs. I will love to see where this goes. Since the Sharks are not going to the playoffs, I'll announce who I'm bandwagoning for in the Stanley Cup Finals after the trade deadline.
Are you going to be
I think I'm going
bandwagoning Seattle Kraken?
Wait, Keen's already said his headline.
I got another one. I had 2.
Oh, okay, then Cody, say yours, and then we can end with Keaton's.
This
second
is fair, Keaton. This is third
No,
grade.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I just said Cody could do his.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're good.
We'll
So
send you back to Mexico.
That sounds racist.
No!
It's not though.
remember when I had to
Context
TP a house
Context
and I
matters.
was scared. Okay, this is a little flashback before we get into this headline. We TP'd a house.
Great.
We TP'd a house in our hometown, and this was about 3-4 months after the after Mexico.
dude. Oh,
And we're TPing the house, and like I brought all the toilet paper, and they're like, "Dude, come on, throw it!" And I'm just sitting on the other side of the house,
He's
like
sitting on the sidewalk.
on the sidewalk on the other
sidewalk.
side of the street, watching him do this. I'm like, I can't,
Dude,
I
he's
can't go
freaking
back.
out. He's
I
like,
can't
my
go
mom's
back."
gonna send me back, and I was like, dude, Keaton, you're fine. Like,
Dude,
nobody's
was-
gonna snitch here. Dude.
I was genuinely panicked that I
one
was gonna
toilet
get
paper
sent
roll.
back. Okay, so
Wait,
I
could you
didn't get
imagine
this in
though if you got
Mexico.
sent back for that? Because
dude,
the
I would
cops
have
showed up?
lost it. Halfway through, I was like, wait,
That'd be so
halfway
foul.
through, I was like, wait, they don't accept like patients that have already been there. So I was like, I'm good. So then I joined in and I threw like one roll, and I was like, all right, this is lame.
Oh my god.
So-
Wow.
All right, so
That's what it took to just throw one roll.
yeah, I don't know. So all right,
You can't take me back. I'm gonna throw one roll.
you'll never catch me alive, copper. Yeah. Okay, so there is a company. Well, there was a company
Fucking bling bling boy.
called. Oh, sorry, my Microsoft Surface. There was a company called Frank, and it was a FAFSA, federal student aid, whatever, based website. And the idea was it was like considered the Amazon of college kids for like figuring out how to balance your student aid, how to pay it off, ways to like reconsolidate it to get like lower interest rates on it. Really great website, you know? And it was a startup company. Anyway, it boasted like a user rate of almost 5 million total users, right? They're crazy. There was a company called JP Morgan Chase. the investment side of it, they decided they wanted to buy the company. So they decide to acquire Frank on the basis that Frank has the 5 million users. The CEO of the company was named Charlie Javis. She started the company like 5 years prior. And it quickly grew. So JP Morgan Chase saw a really good business opportunity to peddle credit cards to college kids and people fresh out of college. So they bought the company for $175 million. Jesus. Great. Awesome. Cool. 2019, booming tech industry. Or 2021, sorry. It makes sense. Fast forward, JP Morgan Chase, the reason they bought the company was to, as they said, they just wanted to sell credit cards. They're basically buying the company not to help with FAFSA, like they were going to keep the site going, but they were basically just trying to get the kids information so they could try and peddle 5 million credit cards to make a fuck ton of money.
Nick knew what you're talking about. He said the site was based.
The site was based. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you knowing this.
Shout out, Nick, dude.
So, JP Morgan was also gonna give this Charlie gal $20 million as like a bonus if she was in good standing with the company. And she was going to remain CEO, yada, yada, yada. So Chase decides they're going to, they were getting like weirded out because Charlie wouldn't give over like any of like the user data for the people. She's like, oh, it's like a privacy thing. It's a privacy thing. The second she got paid, she's like, okay, here, you can have the data. So they're already sketched out. So they're like, well, we're going to send out like a test run. They sent out 500,000 emails. Okay? Of those 500,000...
Bruce Almighty type shit, dude.
Huh?
Bruce Almighty type shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Hit send.
Of those 500,000 emails, do you know the percentage of the ones that actually got read? The percent... 0.013% actually got opened and read.
Jeez.
Of that 500,000...
That's like 10.
Of that 500,000, over 300,000 came back right to them saying these could not be delivered. It later comes out that she originally, at the time of selling the company, didn't actually have 5 million users. Okay, a couple of them were fake. We get it. No, it wasn't a couple. She faked over 1.285 million users. There is court documents now that she's officially being sued that show proof in audio recordings that she was actually and in email like paper trails that she was basically saying, hey, JP's trying to acquire us. Can you basically like synthetically make users? Asking data engineers. And the engineers were like, I don't want to get in trouble. So she fired him and she picked up a new engineer and that guy did it. So over the course of a full year, they made 4.3 million individual users that were all fake. So when JP bought it, thinking that there's 5, there was really only 300,000 users for the entire site.
That's like a startup
that were using it. It was a basic startup. So I just thought that was really interesting. I was reading about that today.
It kind of applies to our age range, too.
Yeah, that's kind of why I brought it up. And I thought it was like off the beaten path of our normal like sports talk.
Yeah.
But the idea that, you could make a startup and be able to sell to a company like JP Morgan for $175 million and basically have faked the entire thing is fucking
illegally,
nuts.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's going to go to jail. She's countersuing Chase too, which is kind of interesting for like defamation. Basically saying like, well, you guys said I'd still get paid out because we're in good standing and I didn't know the data was faked, so it's all on you. She's obviously going to lose, but I think it's just kind of...
She kind of has to as like a last-ditch resort thing.
Yeah, it was a last-ditch, but
are the
cool
wheels
stuff.
turning for you?
Huh?
Are like the wheels?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's definitely ways I could have done it better. Like, put me in that position.
Oh, my God.
Put me in that position, and that money would have already been in offshore bank accounts, and I would have been in fucking Japan, where there's no extradition. So,
damn.
He already knows.
Sorry,
Okay.
Sage. You're on your own. I leave you my house.
I'll send you money.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You're on. I'll leave you my house
Just
and my
envelope
PC.
somebody.
Yeah.
Sage, heart.
Stinky.
Sage heart.
Stinky.
heart.
Here's Stinky.
Stinky
heart.
Stinky, I got you this cash.
Stinky fart.
Stinky.
Anyway,
It's in a
so,
McDonald's bag, like Tennessee's head coach.
So,
Ain't no McDoubles in there, dog.
Shit.
The reason I bring
It tasted a little bit different.
the main reason I really bring this up is because I wanted to see if you guys wanted to start a startup with me. There's no coincidence to like that
I'm
being a
down,
scam
dude.
and like me wanting to do a startup.
Yeah.
I see nothing like financially beneficial to us
Yeah,
doing
no.
it. I just
We'll
think
let
it'd be fun.
We'll
Like this
keep you in
podcast.
charge. Like
We'll
you
keep you
can
in the
run
loop.
it.
So,
We'll stay in touch.
by the way, Joe Rogan, we actually have 17 million subscribers on our alternate YouTube channel. So if you actually want to
You
buy
can't
our
see it.
channel, I swear to God, they're all legit users.
Joe
so.
Rogan, you are actually not intelligent. All you do is tell your assistant to look up everything.
Speaking of Joe-
and then you lose in every argument. So suck my cock, Joe Rogan. You're a bitch.
Who are you talking about? Speaking of,
Dude, this guy's fade on sight for anyone.
Joe Rogan, dude.
Anyone mainstream, Cody just hates.
He's terrible.
what are you
Joe
talking
Rogan
about?
sucks, dude.
Speaking of Joe Rogan, are you guys on Twitter at all? Or any of you guys on Twitter?
No.
Have you
Don't
guys
do
seen
that
the deepfake audios of
Yeah.
like Joe Rogan and Elon Musk and like
Drake?
Drake. There's videos of Joe Biden, Obama,
And
Trump
Playing COD.
playing COD.
Oh yes,
Yes.
Dude, it
Yes,
is
that shit's so funny.
Sage. There was a video of them. It was like a deepfake video of Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro, and Joe Biden playing.
Yes, I saw that one today.
Oh, what is the
Saw it
fucking
today.
Elden Ring? Elden
Yes,
Ring.
yes.
And they're talking about some chest or whatever, and Elon's there. And Sage is like, "What are you watching? Why are you listening to like Elon Musk talk about video games?" And that was with their eyes closed. And I showed her, and she's like, that's not Elon." I'm like, "No, that's deep. Like that's just all like AI generated."
Yeah.
It's fucking scary, man.
That is
You
scary.
heard this one?
a lover boy in every sense of the phrase. But sometimes I just want to be treated like a queen, you know, get a manicure, make my nails look all cute. But geez,
That ain't no
Louise, you
AI.
don't
That's
find girls like
that's
that anymore,
actual
right?
audio.
I'm a prize, so it's only right that I'm treated like one. Am I right?
He is right. Hey, he's right.
That's
I want to get my nails done all cute sometimes. I'm a prize.
Same here, dude.
I'm clipping that out of context. Get
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
Cody, what is your?
So mine is
Your news headline.
a little bit different from everybody else's.
You brought a piece of paper.
I wrote some notes. I got kind of.
You bring notes?
Hey, I
This
did.
man annotated.
He did homework.
He did
On
homework.
your phone.
So my I was doing it in my ethics class. It was a 2-hour, 45-minute class. It was bad today, boys. I mean, it was real bad. I almost snapped. I almost just got up and left. Like, I
You almost
couldn't
Brody
I
Nevis.
couldn't do it, dude. Like, it was just so bad. And I was writing these notes, and he's like, saying about something if it's ethically correct. I'm not going to go into it. We will get flagged. This guy, shout out the homie Brian.
Shot a little boat. All right.
Hopefully he's at Boise State teaching next year. I really hope. But
It's not looking too hot.
dude, if you guys are in that class, you'd probably agree. Like, it's pretty bad. So, I did a little bit of research on the.
Dude's gonna blow
Do
out a
you
phone.
guys know about the Ohio train derailment?
Yes, I do.
Yes. It's crazy.
Okay, so,
Ohio Monster did it.
What?
The Ohio Monster did it.
only in Ohio.
Only in Ohio.
Can't have shit in
I
Detroit.
had to say that, but
Can't have
so
shit in Ohio.
Basically,
Are you talking about
on-
the oil spill or no?
The train
well, it
derailment.
spilled a lot more than just.
It was
That's
all
what he's going to get
it was
into, Sean.
polyvinyl
Sorry,
chloride.
I didn't know
News
It's okay,
headline.
it's okay.
I didn't hear,
Polyvinyl
okay?
chloride.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, that was the main.
I'm hearing
PVC.
everyone in an echo,
Final-
so I'm really.
Shut the
Vinyl
fuck
chloride.
up. The environmental people are talking over here.
Sorry, Warriors.
You've only taken like one class.
I took 3.
You've only taken one class.
3.
Hey.
That's
No more than you do.
that could be true. Honestly, that could be true.
What
Anyways.
type of bear is best?
Let him
I'm
say his
gonna
fucking
go
news
on to
headline.
Black bear.
Thing. Bears beats,
Battlestar Galactica. All right, go ahead.
but
Dude, come on.
so on
Dude, come on, not like
Friday
fucking
the 3rd of February,
newscasting fucking took 20
a
minutes.
train derailed in Ohio
Mm-hmm.
in was it Palestine?
East Palestine.
East Palestine,
Sorry.
which I don't know if it. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty rural area. I'm not sure of the
Population
town.
is 5,000 in East
Yeah.
Palestine.
It's a little it's a tiny
Actually?
little town. Yeah,
Yes.
it's tiny.
Oh shit.
I've watched a ton of videos on this.
But basically what happened was a few different sites say like 30, 35 to 40 cars some on the train derailed, some say 50. Site that I was looking on was saying 50. But basically on the 3rd of February this train derailed and it completely went off the tracks and about 50 cars derailed from the actual train causing a massive explosion and just this entire black cloud going over this little town. Tons of carcinogens and stuff came off this this train once it crashed. It was carrying a bunch of stuff from I believe it said parts of Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
They're going
because
through.
I just looked at the map. It's right next to the state border of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Yes, it was going through Madison, Illinois to Conway, Pennsylvania, when it crashed in Ohio.
Yeah, the city,
how did it
East Palestinian is in between
I can
Pittsburgh and
build off
Cleveland.
Cody's point after because I have. This also speaks to a little bit of finance and railroad unions, but I could explain how this thing crashed because it's pretty crazy. But go ahead, Cody.
Well, scientists came in basically to check out the site and stuff, and there's a lot of them coming in and saying like, well, we basically just nuked a town. Like this derailment is on the same type of level as nuking a town as far as toxin pollutants getting into the air. This town's not very big, but it's going to travel. This cloud is going to travel. They are saying it can kill up to like 5 million people because of the amount of carcinogens coming off this train. On the 4th, there is a state of emergency declared by the mayor, who basically said that anybody within a mile of this derailment, they need to get out of the city. They need to go somewhere. And then the next day, the the governor came out and basically said whoever had, because there's some people, when you learn about these type of environmental disasters and stuff, things happening like this, the problem is a lot of people are displaced and they don't know where to go. They don't have places to go. A lot of people, this is their house, and I'm assuming that this place is more rural
Extremely
Ohio,
rural.
so it's probably a lot of farm town.
Nothing.
A lot of those people aren't leaving their places. But the state came in, governor came in, and basically said you have to if you're within a 1 mile radius. But I mean, it doesn't. 1 mile radius doesn't do shit. That thing is going to cross probably majority.
You can see the cloud in space.
So
Yeah,
Cloud is massive.
okay, so there was I saw some videos, and the way that the chemicals actually fell, because the main thing for East Palestine is their crop. It's very rural, but their main export is crops. All their crops have pretty much already been like basically died. They're going to, but they have a lot of river systems. A huge they have a lot of creeks, and it's how they get their fresh water. Yeah, it's their fresh water. There's videos you can find on Twitter, YouTube, and if you touch, if you actually take a stick, the water actually looks normal. And then if you take a stick and you just touch the creek bed, you just see all this fucking rainbow sediment just plume up.
It starts bubbling around and stuff, and it comes out with like if you see an oil slick in a puddle of water, it turns to a rainbow.
But
color.
it's so heavy.
It's just
because it's
contamination,
and because it's hard plastic, you can't see it right away. So you actually have to disturb the water until it floats up because it's trapped underneath the sediment. So there's actually reports that within 150 miles there's dead aquatic life. And there's actually been rumors for chemicals up to 200 miles in creek beds. Yeah. So it's actually supposed
too, right?
it's going to be
cattle will
it's
die.
rumored and on pace to be the worst environmental disaster in U.S. history.
Yeah, it is
Worse than 3 Mile Island
People
nuclear
are walking
explosion.
outside and instantly getting headaches. Did you hear that too?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's straight pollutant.
It's straight plastic.
Us as humans should not be exposed to those
You guys ever accidentally cooked and you left a piece of plastic on the fucking stove and it just stunk the entire day?
Yeah.
Think about that just for several minutes. I mean, I'm sorry, think for several miles. Just that consistent smell. So the reason the train derailed is so in late 2022, the train unions decided to take a strike against the people that own the train, the train systems. They wanted to be able to take paid time off. They wanted to get paid holidays, and they wanted to get at least 1 week of PTO so they could get sick pay, right? Because if you got sick, well, sorry, dude, you got to come in or you're going to get fired. So it was rumored that they were actually going to go on a full strike right around Christmas time, and it never happened.
Yep.
So everything got swept under the rug. Fast forward to now, and the train unions are basically trying to do a thing. I basically just define it as rapidism. Basically, trying to speed the process of trains up. So they're doing less conductors. less workers. They cut like a third of their working base already for the South Pacific Train Union, which is that one. And not only that, but basically when you have a train that size, you normally have mechanics on board at all times. There's like 2 cars, one like right in the middle that basically house some mechanics. They stopped doing that. So if a train breaks down, the conductors actually have to get out and fix it themselves, which would cause massive delays. They've also been speeding up the trains in terms of like actual miles per hour. And if you look at videos of the Ohio, like that railroad system, it looks terrible, dude.
I saw that picture on Twitter.
Yeah, you have to go the maximum on some parts going through East Palestine. The maximum speed you can go 5 miles an hour. The train that derailed was doing 11 miles an hour. 11 miles an hour. Think about that. I'm not fast. I could run at 11 miles an hour. Think about me running and just fucking toppling over like a domino.
The railroad on there?
Yeah.
It was like this.
Yeah.
Like up and down, roller coaster, side to side. It was weird.
Because half those tracks, they don't get taken care of.
No,
that shit
they
goes
don't.
to shit.
Because they don't have enough workers to do it.
Yeah.
They don't have enough workers to do it.
Kind of going into that, the reimbursement side of those people that went on strike. I saw that like there was a video that came out where some of these people were they established a zone in where people would get reimbursed for being that close to the derailment. But then it's like they classified it as like a few miles or something like that. Like you'd have to be in a certain distance of the actual derailment. And that is where it caused a bunch of kind of controversy because people were like, well, it doesn't stop at just 1 mile.
No.
Like, and these people are like, why am I not getting reimbursed if I'm technically not in the zone that the government...
Yeah, what about
But I just lost all crops.
Yeah, but I just lost all my lost all my crops. My cattle are dead. Our streams for hundreds and hundreds of miles are contaminated.
That's like a nuke going off in like downtown Boise and me in Meridian. It doesn't actually hit me, but everything I know is just fucking gone. Every like life is just gone, and they're like, "Well, sorry, dude, you weren't in the blast radius, so sorry, you got covered with radioactive, material."
So the Norfolk Southern Railway,
I was close.
There's a lawsuit filed against them because they're the ones who. That's their railway. That's them.
That's their union.
That's their that's their organization. They got a lawsuit filed, and then the EPA came in, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. EPA. Being an environmental studies major, you read documents all the time from the EPA.
Parker's
Dopey's
right.
a nice elf.
There has been more train derailments and stuff going on. Not just this one. There was one in Detroit too. That happened.
Okay,
there was.
So there's
Really?
actually
There's
actually
Flint, I believe, right?
there's
Yeah.
a statistic.
Did that change
there's
the water
actually
much in Flint though?
there's a train
Water's
derailment
so bad there, dude.
on
It's
average for the
drinking
past 5
copper.
years. There's at least one
Serious?
derailment every other day. Train derailment, sorry, every other day. What I believe is that the media is now starting to cover train derailments a lot more. So people are starting to think, oh fuck, one derailed in Detroit. It's fairly common. It's not really this common for 50 car trains.
Yeah, it doesn't get a headline because there wasn't 50
It's also-
cars that dumped all these carcinogens out in the air.
For one of the largest ecological disasters in U.S. history, and probably going to be, I feel like as a country, we have done fuck all to cover it. I imagine like some of the people watching us, proceeding to watch us, maybe even some of you until maybe a couple days ago, if not today, didn't know that this had happened, and it's been over almost 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was.
Some people
February
don't
3rd
even
when
know
it
about
happened. Not a lot. That's the thing is like a lot of, unfortunately.
Do you feel like a lot of it's going to be cover up?
Yeah, probably. Because you look at a lot of these environmental problems and stuff, they get swept under the rug. People don't really know what's going on environmentally, and that things that they do can affect the environment
Unless
and
you're
affect their health down the
living in
road.
the city or around it.
The Flint water crisis, I mean, that's been going on for fucking so long, and all these higher up government people come out and say, yep, we're working on it. No, they're fucking doing fuck all, dude. These people in Flint are still going to be drinking shitty water in fucking 10 years, I guarantee.
For now, there's not much they can do about it, because the reason the Flint pipes were fine was because it built up a bunch of calcium, and once that calcium actually got released when they switched waterways, that created the lead poisoning.
Yep.
But actually, when it creates a mineral buildup, it's fine, and it's not going to create a mineral buildup for at least another 7 years until they at least switch the water system.
Yeah, there was a switch, and then it just went to shit again.
Yeah,
so they switched it.
It was the pH. The pH in the new water actually took off all the minerals. That had covered these lead pipes that were really old, but the minerals kept the water from being pure. So once the minerals wore off because they dissolved in that pH, then it was just like fucking pure lead in that water. So it was a ticking time bomb.
Damn. It's shitty because they
Katrina and the levees.
They can switch it as much as they want, but it's like at the end of the day, it really depends on the pH level and the fact of the matter. Like, it's shitty. Like you feel like there's not much to do, but I was like, dude, the amount of technology and money that we have and money that we're putting in places that I'm like, dude, this just doesn't make sense. Like,
capitalism, man.
We can be doing that to try to fix this water crisis, but the EPA,
I'm unemployed.
They basically come in and they do assessments on environmental issues. So I learned, like, just being
I did one of those.
Studies, you do, yeah. You look at. I'm sure you had to in your.
Yeah, I did. I did like a 10-page survey for one.
Yeah,
so.
you look at the EPA documents and it's most of them are pretty long assessments, and I looked at one for cobalt mining in Idaho for my capstone class, and it started in 2008, 2009.
It's dark,
EPA document of a cleanup site of where they want to put another mining project, but the previous one, which was from World War I and World War II, was strictly used just for heavy artillery, and these people were just coming in and staking claim. But they're not looking at environmental issues because it wasn't prevalent. There's no technology. There's no EPA back then. It's the way of life for them. They come in, they stake claim, they make their money, they leave. All those type of impacts are what we're seeing today. And the EPA, they come in and they assess these things, and it takes a long time. But the EPA with this specific thing happening in Ohio, they're just like, well, you guys need to clean it up. So they're basically coming in and telling that Norfolk Southern Railway, like, you guys are responsible for cleaning this up. So however long it takes is however long it takes, but you guys are responsible. And dude, there's so many contaminants and stuff that I can't even fucking pronounce. But the main one was vinyl chloride.
Yeah, it's PVC.
Which is a gas that basically burns very, very rapidly. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they said that was one of the...
Polyvinyl chloride is PVC. That's PVC piping, but when that fucking burns...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The gas burns...
I thought you meant like it was like a gas.
No, yeah.
It creates a gas.
It creates a gas that burns quickly and then...
Very harsh.
And then it comes out and it can lead to a lot of things, a lot of environmental health. I mean, like, shit, you can develop cancer, reproductive effects, I mean, all that type of shit. But, I mean, there's like butyl acrylate, which I barely fucking pronounce, but that was another gas. I mean, they're all gases. A lot of them are gases. There's one called ethylene glycol. This one's fucking...
Wait, are you guys doing a playoff bracket?
No.
Monbutyl ether, ethexyl acrylate, and isobutylene, which are all just carcinogens, just extremely toxic.
Any acrylic is just a heavy plastic.
Yeah. It's just, all of this shit is just no good. It's all considered extremely toxic, and it's shitty because it's going to stick around. I mean, these projects that are said to be cleaned up or said they're going to be cleaned up, I mean, it's not going to be cleaned up for years. I mean, these type of things don't happen overnight. I mean, like they said before in the mining thing, the Blackbird mine, that was the mine that came in first. We're seeing a huge decline in, salmon population, which is huge for the state. And it's because of, a lot of it is because of a lot of the waterways
are being
not
polluted.
only being dammed up, but also polluted, by this, F in the chat for Ohio. Yes, Nick. F in the chat.
Nick dog, man.
What's your least favorite Ohio monster? No, Nick. Mine is Siren Head, but that's me personally.
Yeah, that was my headline. I feel like
that's a good
like
headline, Cody.
I feel like things like that don't really get enough attention. I mean, I learn about this shit every day.
And it applies to your study and your major,
I mean, it's kind of crazy because it's going to be considered one of the worst disasters
ever
in United States history, and I guarantee you that I can go up to people at Boise State and be like, "Have you heard of this?" And they're gonna be like,
"No."
The worst thing to happen in Ohio, in front of or behind LeBron James leaving,
is Steph Curry
the first time, and then Skyline Chili the third.
Cody loves Skyline chili, but he also hates cheese, so I don't get it.
It's so gas. Skyline chili, dude.
Chili-
Shout out
chili
Skyline
and
chili.
spaghetti
No, we're not
noodles.
shouting out on this.
You know what's funny is I actually thought, isn't there a Skyline in Seattle?
The
Right?
Seattle skyline. I don't know if there's like a skyline.
This guy.
Like, are you saying is there like a regional skyline styled food in?
No, so Skyline Chili comes from the restaurants like Skyline. It's the
Yeah.
brand.
Oh.
It's
I
asking
don't
if there's
know
a
if there's a
restaurant.
skyline in Seattle, but
I don't know.
they do have a skyline.
Yeah,
It
the
does
needle.
look nasty, bro.
It looks
isn't it on the,
hideous,
on the,
bro.
On the
So
like
bad.
the little emblem or logo they have, it's like a building, isn't it? Like a
Yeah,
super
it's
skinny building.
Ohio.
That's what I mean by Skyline. Is there
No.
like a
It's Ohio.
building?
I think it's in Ohio.
Yeah.
That building, whatever.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. If we
Times
want
it
to jump
was.
into, we could
Time for you
do
to watch, pussy.
Fair enough.
11:08.
a little weekly recap of what we did last week.
Yeah.
How'd you guys feel? How was your week, guys?
Man, mine was so crazy. Life of being unemployed. I probably
Shout out crazy, dude.
Yeah, I probably visited Best Buy like 3 times. Went to Target to kill some time.
Okay.
Dude,
The Anthony special.
look. I'm gonna
Target,
be
dude.
honest. I don't know how people do this for like how people do this a whole semester. I know you guys are like
We were
busy
talking
with
to,
school.
I was talking to Sage about it. I was just like, dude, because I had
I'm
a haircut
fuck-
with her, and I was just like, dude, how's he doing? She's like,
I'm fucking
he's
miserable.
He's losing his mind.
I'm
And I was
fucking
just like,
miserable.
yeah.
Like my school is so cake right now. I don't like I can just do the homework that day.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
I'm
it's
caught up.
easy when you
Yeah.
use the chat.
Dude, I've used it one time. Give me a break.
ChatGPT, shout out.
It honestly took the same time to format it if
Dude,
I had
all
just
my
typed it
teachers
myself.
know about that shit. It's insane.
That's fire.
But
Ethics teacher brought it up.
I'll be
Fuck,
honest.
dude.
I'll be honest, man. My week has been so fucking uneventful.
Hey.
I can't even sit
Rocket
here and
League?
act. The only thing that's been eventful about my week, I did go. My girlfriend's family had a birthday dinner at a place called Luciano's. Or no,
Luciano's.
no, Louis. It's called
Oh,
Louis.
Louis. I've been
Yeah, Louis. It was okay.
Ling and Louis? Or
Wait,
just
wait.
Louis?
Wasn't Ling and Louis.
Is
I
that the
would've
one with
lost
like
my mind.
pizza and sushi?
No. Dear
I'm
God,
thinking
no.
of a different one then.
No, it's on. It's actually right next to a Smoky Mountain down on Fairview. If you keep going past
Okay.
Eagle, into Meridian, because they live in Cuna.
Oh, gotcha.
Other than that, dude, it's literally just sitting at home and playing video games. Oh, you know what? You want to know the craziest thing? I got new headphones. I got a new keyboard, and I upgraded my Wi-Fi. Woo!
Hey.
Yeah.
All with what
Unem-
money?
Unemployed money.
Oh, gotcha.
I've got savings.
Okay, cool.
Shout out CWI for supplying me some financial aid too, that I don't have to pay back. That's fire.
Hell yeah.
What if they're watching?
Hey, I mean they
Dude, I gotta.
I actually stole it from the teachers.
I gotta hit up
wallet,
CWI
so.
soon.
I can't with Keaton, dude. I literally cannot.
If my
you say?
therapist is watching, actually,
The
actually
teacher
did
gave him
that.
top.
Again?
We did put that in the description. You got head from a homeless guy.
Oh, teacher.
Oh, the
Hot
homeless
for
guy
teacher.
story?
we
Jesus.
we put that in the title for Keaton.
All right.
Anyway, so that
Before he
was my week.
incriminates himself.
It was fucking boring.
Yeah.
I saw 2 people spin out on the freeway today,
Really?
so that was cool.
Weren't you one of them?
No, that was last year.
Weren't you one of them? Zach, how's your week been?
Not great, man.
Boo hoo.
Are we doing this week or last week?
Last week.
Into this week?
Well, yeah. From Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay.
So Thursday, I was gonna go out, and then I started feeling like really tired. I'm like, this isn't normal. So I woke up Friday. I'm like, dude, I think I'm sick. And okay, and so yeah, I had gotten a lot of sleep too, and I was like, dude, like I shouldn't be this exhausted. So I took like some cold medicine, just thinking it was like a normal cold. And I go to see the movie, which it was a decent movie, the Ant-Man. It was decent. And I
Oh, is that what
came
you guys saw?
back. Yeah, we saw that. It was pretty good. I came back from that, and I started laying on the couch. I'm like, dude, I started feeling hella sick. I was like, this is not good. So I go to bed. I'm kind of like shivering a little bit. I'm like, this is really not good. So I wake up at 5 a.m., and I'm freezing. Like, I have, like, both my blankets over me, perfectly normal. Like, it's warm in my room, and I'm literally, like, shivering. I'm like, no.
You're like, fuck.
Like, it ain't that cold, bro. And so I walked over to the cabinet, grabbed some cold medicine. And so then I just slept it off until like 9, and I woke up, took my temperature, had a 101.7 fever.
Holy
I was like,
fuck.
damn. And so I literally planned it so we could go downtown Friday. I was like, hey, fellas, like we should go downtown Friday. I was like actually looking forward to it. Couldn't do that. Stayed in bed. And then Saturday rolls around. I'm like, okay, I should feel better. Did not feel better. Felt worse. Had a 101.9 fever when I woke up.
That's gross.
So Friday and Saturday, I literally just stayed in bed and laid on the couch the whole time. Literally just watching anything I could find on YouTube or like Netflix or anything like that. So then Sunday rolls around. I start to actually feel better. I have a take-home exam that's due Tuesday.
Brutal.
I'm like, fuck.
Chat
so I gotta
GPT
fucking
time.
do that. I don't think I could have done that, but I did that. And then Monday I finished it. And then Tuesday I had a ton of assignments because I didn't do anything over the weekend because I was sick and couldn't concentrate on it. Literally just did that the whole time, and then now we're here.
Do you feel better now though? That like you
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
rested like hella
Yeah, big
more
time.
than you probably normally do.
Yeah, and so then today, like, I worked out for the first time. I was like, okay, like, I'm not sick anymore. But, yeah, I definitely rested a good amount, which was good. Didn't wake up Sunday feeling hungover for the first time in a while, so – or, excuse me, Saturday or Sunday. But, yeah, I'm feeling better now, and
I can't.
glad we
with
had the podcast.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Sean,
No, you.
exciting.
Coke?
When are we addicted to
I bought a new PC.
Yes, sir, you did.
Yep. Kind of hype. So,
My little PC boy.
Shout Yas game.
Building that one. I still need
Go
the
subscribe
GPU.
to
You're
as
not
well.
building it. Shh.
I am going
Don't
to
take
watch
credit.
the guy build it.
Don't take credit for a pre-build.
It's not a pre-build. How is it a pre-build? You
By the
saw
time
all the
you
parts.
get it, by the time you get it, it's a pre-build because you didn't build
He
it.
bought all the
I'm
parts.
going to build it
and
with
having-
him.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
He
just
bought
like
all the
sitting there
parts
like on
and is having
on a
someone to
swivel chair.
Make it for him.
No, we're going to build it together.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna like, sit there on like a swivel. I thought you were just giving him the parts to build it.
No.
that's how you described it. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
But I'm building
Still,
it with him.
either
Hell
way,
yeah.
He's going to like
It's not
yeah.
pre-built. If he bought all the parts and is having this dude actually build it for him, it's not.
I kind of get what you're saying, but
yeah.
no.
If you're
it's
actually
not a
contributing,
pre-build.
then
I'm
Yeah.
mad
contributing
respect.
to the physical
I bought a
building
pre-build,
of
so
it.
I'm a fucking
Yeah.
pussy.
This is a pre-build right here. But anyways, so I bought a PC, so I am hurting for cash now.
Happy
But
for you, buddy.
I had to grind out this weekend for work, picking up shifts. It is what it is. On Monday, I worked 13 hours. It was lit as fuck. But Friday, we went downtown, and I don't know. We were just kind of it was like a chill downtown week, I feel like. If I remember correctly.
I mean,
If
yeah.
you remember,
Like, it was fun, yeah. I
Like-
It
mean,
wasn't like the weekend with Scott.
Yeah, I was going to
No,
say,
no.
Yeah.
I didn't come home and smash
Wasn't-
into a
Yeah.
shelf.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah, yeah.
wake up
Wasn't
with
Hayden-
scratches, you know.
Glasgow here.
yeah,
He
but
was,
we.
yeah.
Oh no, we saw him. Yeah, for a little bit.
I
Wasn't
saw
able
a
to
couple
see
of my
him,
friends from high
unfortunately.
school. They were chill. I haven't seen them in a minute. Shout out Marissa and Kat. They were dope. But yeah, no, I was just kind of chill.
Shout out them.
Sweet.
Shout
Yeah.
out
Oh, yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah, we had a good. Me and Cody can kind of tandem this one, but Saturday we went up to Cascade, and we played a little outdoor ice hockey.
Whip it up.
Yeah, we'll show you a video in a second, but yeah, it was a beautiful rink. You'll see it in the video once we pull it up. But before we do that, yeah, I mean overall it was a good time. We took Anthony and my little brother Brandon, who's not little, he's taller than I am, but
Big fucker.
yeah, big guy. But we had fun. I had a lot of fun. The ice was not as good as Stanley as when we went,
Ice
but
was a little rough, but
it was still fun.
it was fun. We had a good time. When you're playing like that half ice, you can't move around as fast as you want, but
Yeah, a little close
Still a
space.
good time, though.
it's fun. We
Yeah.
played a lot of
Looked
2v2.
nice.
I played pretty well. Still
Yeah.
trying to get better.
How close? I will say Cody has incredible passing skills. I
Yeah,
will
dude,
say
I
that.
Whip this
Pass.
up.
Cody's really always been like that. Quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I played
Oh, yeah.
quarterback.
I don't know if we
Little,
can hear it or
point
not.
you guys can't. There's no really sound to here, but this is
God.
Anthony and Cody.
Look
playing
at that
against each
defense.
other.
Look at that spin backwards. Or the skate backwards.
Oh,
It's the most athletic I've
If
ever
only
seen
Anthony had.
He hit me
ankles,
right in
man.
the knee right here, dude. It hurt
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking bad.
right there.
Got him.
Right,
in
if
the
you
knee.
slow down the video,
In the soft spot.
right on the kneecap.
Clean, bro. It's
right on the knee.
crazy.
Dude,
Dude.
boys, if you slow it down and pause it, you can see it rupture my kneecap. My knee just shakes.
Okay, not
Hurt-
ruptured.
Ru-
Did
I
not
wouldn't
rupture
say
your
ruptured.
Or
kneecap.
like shit,
Wait,
like
was it? Did you tear your ACL or Achilles on that one?
you would know.
They're the same thing. So.
No, not like rupture. But if you slow it down, you can see like how it shakes and stuff. Like
That's tough.
when
I
you
know-
like hit a piece of skin or something.
He's Vance is going through it.
Did
I-
Anthony say
Cody-
He
something?
is going
Well, he didn't
through
mean
it
to.
right
It hit off my stick and went right into my knee, but not like ruptured. What I mean by ruptured is like you see your skin just like ruptured.
Yeah.
break.
I know that feeling.
This-
No.
When I played
You know what I'm talking about, though.
when I played lacrosse, this is a little off topic, but when I played
There's
lacrosse,
Brandon
I took a shot off the kneecap on the soft spot.
Yeah, you can see your
From
whole.
Shane Jenkins
Dude,
as a
his jersey
goalie, and
was
Yeah,
so
you can see it
obvious.
shake like
Yeah,
your
I couldn't
skin
feel my
shake.
leg for a couple
That
hours.
Boston College one.
Next one I think is him. Oh, this is a little scrap between me and Cody.
Wow, look at Cody, man. The long hair.
This is
Want a
one-
goal, bud? You fucking pigeon.
That's a good camera. Who recorded that?
That was my phone.
Look at those
iPhone. Shout out
whiskers.
iPhone.
Dude,
Whatever I
you
have.
got my fucking horrible blonde, retarded catfish hunter looking
You
mustache.
can't say that word.
Sorry.
Catfish hunter?
Look at those.
It was
Those
good. It was a
whiskers.
good time,
You
dude.
got a
fangs,
Raleigh
too.
fingers.
I will say this.
Look at this.
Raleigh fingers. Sorry, that was who I was saying.
Fire.
Man,
fingers.
Raleigh fingers. But
Here, I'll
like,
send another one. Yeah,
I played a
I can send a.
There was a time where I had Anthony on the.
Dude,
He had the puck, and I rushed him a little bit, had him in his zone.
can you imagine if
pretty
he
well.
had stable ankles where he would have been in his career in hockey?
I also ate it pretty hard.
Better.
It'd be a lot
That's
better.
for sure.
Could have been in the college. Actually, we watched Harrison Fulmer give him the work.
He scored. I mean, he scored. He
San Jose State.
Huh?
Didn't do anything there.
Really?
Yeah, he was mid.
You just
scored
played against a
he
shitty
scored
team.
9 goals
Harrison was
when
a freak,
back
bro.
in high school when we watched.
It's crazy
him
how
play.
good you have to be like in that level. Anyway,
Well, there's the
Yeah, for
NCAA,
college.
there's the NCAA, and then there's the ACHA, and that's
yeah.
there's a whole distinction.
And then there's the Stanley
Nice transition.
Stanley Idaho
Thanks,
Cup.
Nick.
Cascade.
I want to know your guys' perspective of downtown on Friday.
Crazy.
They were there.
Didn't
Lit
go.
movie.
Oh, was it just you and I?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
us,
fuck,
Garrett.
I was there.
I forgot, man.
Not gonna lie, like the Grizzly
have to
Bear
go
was
that
activated
close.
this weekend, boys. The Grizzly Bear was activated this weekend.
Yes, it
Hey,
was.
you like foam footballs?
You like foam.
I like
football?
foam football.
So it started off on Thursday was when it activated. We're at Pie Hole.
A good story always starts with "We're at Pie Hole."
Yeah, mind you, like I haven't been that inebriated at Pie Hole in a while, so it was interesting. We had done a little end zone. This is Thursday night. This is I wasn't really that bad. Well, I don't know. Anyways, we were at end zone. Then we go to Suds. Then we go to our bar, and we like did a little triangle there.
You guys want our bar.
After
Nothing
that,
wrong with Arbor, man, cheap drinks, can't complain.
it was cool. There was cops there. I guess some
Odd
security
place to
guard
go to,
like
I guess.
pushed some girl.
There's always some interesting people there.
Sage's
It's fun. It's
I
funny.
think Sage's friend works at our bar.
Really?
Bartender there, yeah.
Haley's friend she's friends with the owner of our bar.
Oh,
Really?
She
Dude,
said
it's a nice
that place
little
is
hole.
cool.
Dude, it's a nice little hole. You'll
just
get
an
some.
odd
You'll
place
get some
to go
weird
on a
people. I will
Thursday.
say that.
Yeah.
You'll get some interesting people,
What
but
don't
it's a
you
good,
go
it's
to
a
Suds
decent
Top
place.
You
to
go
bar.
from one hole in the wall to get chicken joint on the other side.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyway, Sean, what were you saying?
But yeah, so then we walk into Pie Hole, and there's this beautiful blonde lady sitting there. If you're watching this, I know you're not, but I love you. But yeah, she was ordering, and the worker proceeds to then give her a ball of dough, like from pizza crust. Gives her a ball of dough, and I'm like, I didn't see it happen. And then I look, and I just like looked at her, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And she was like, dough. I was like, oh my god, I love you.
Oh my god, I love you.
But yeah, so then we're waiting for our pizza, and Lindsay's going to the bathroom, and this girl then joins her in the bathroom because she had to pee really bad. Lindsay was just like,
Usually
sure.
what you do in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys don't have Riz.
Yeah. Well, just listen.
I have tiz, autism.
Dude. So yeah, then we're sitting down eating our pizza, and she's like walking up and down, and I'm like, oh god, like what do I say? I don't know what to say to her. I'm getting nervous. She's making my knees weak. But
Arms are heavy.
yeah, there's literally vomit on my
Mom's
sweater
spaghetti.
already.
Sounds like a Drake quote.
Mom's spaghetti. No. But yeah, so she starts
you
to
know
walk
here?
out, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know. And then she walks by me, and I go, hey, can I tell you something? And she like she gets close, and I was like,
What'd you say?
Just like that too.
no, I didn't. I probably honestly,
Dude,
Fucking brat, though.
he gave him the light skin stare, dude.
Yeah.
I looked away for
I was
one
like-
second. What did you do?
no, I haven't said it yet. She looks at me, I go, you make my dreams come true. And
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
she looked at me.
Why did you let him cook?
She looked at me, rolled her eyes.
Steak is well done.
She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and walked out. And I was like, damn, that was tough. So that
Riz is
was
so good. She leaves after.
no, literally, like she couldn't handle it.
Dude.
She was so like intrigued and she like couldn't control herself, so she had to leave, which understandable. And then
The Riz made her moist, so she had to walk out the door.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what happened.
Oh my god.
and then me and Yaya are Ubering back. This is the next night, so Friday we're Ubering back.
This one's bad.
Hold on. He came home that night. I was sitting.
Oh yeah.
the
This is
couch.
Thursday. I come home.
Comes in stumbling. It's like, went to bio. Talked to this girl. She shut me down pretty quick. And he like stumbled back into the stairs. I was like, oh, this man's feeling it. And I was laughing so hard because I was like, hey, it is what it is. And he's like, yeah, it is what it is. And then he just walked down the stairs. And I was
No,
like,
I thought I
funny.
told you
Alright,
about it
it's alright.
though. What I said.
Huh?
Didn't I tell you what I said though? Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny. I'm not
So
gonna lie.
yeah,
Oh,
I just have like unmatchable game. But the next night,
Teach me.
yeah, I know I will.
The Book of Resolutions.
We're downtown.
Grizzly bear.
Mr. Grizzly Bear over here said that he was going to go talk to a girl. After he finishes his hot dogs, doesn't do it at all. Did you?
He had the hot dog breath. That's why.
Yaya doesn't do it, and I'm like, all right, well, we're in the Uber coming back home, and I was like, I'm gonna DM her, and Yaya's like, no, you won't, and I was like, bet. I pull out my phone, and again, just Riz like comes easy to me, so it just fires off. So
Of course.
yeah, so all I said was, I'll pull out my phone, and I'm like, hi, period. I like eating foam footballs. You into that? Question mark.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
No, it's
I mean,
just-
that's 100% success rate, right?
exactly.
The host
And I
be
get
tripping if they ain't,
like,
if they ain't
it
moist.
just
Hey,
shows-
technically, he wasn't unsuccessful.
it was not unsuccessful because
You got left undelivered.
no,
No,
She-
even better.
the next morning I saw it and she responded and said, with a little like rock emoji with the eyebrow,
Oh yeah.
and she said, interesting. And
You're like,
I was
I
like,
am.
fuck. I was like,
I didn't think I was gonna get this.
I didn't know, literally. I was like,
What about
oh,
foam
what to do?
fingers?
Pulls up the Dos Equis man. Oh, I'm interesting, all right. Oh yeah.
I'm the most interesting man in the world.
No, dude, that's literally me.
Risby interesting.
Widowy me.
Widowy the Whiz Lord.
That's
Yeah.
a widowy wisdom. The widowy
That is,
wisdom.
yeah. So yeah, she
Widowy
said,
is
interesting.
Batman.
The next morning, I was
Widowy
like,
is.
what did I say? Oh, I said, sorry, I just didn't really know what to say. I got left on scene, and then later, I forgot to tell you guys, she left a laughing face emoji reaction to that.
Really?
Yeah.
So she left you on red, thought about it, and then came back.
Dude, the Riz is unmatched. Oh, he's in.
See, that's
He's
the,
him.
That's the long game.
Wait, so is it
Sometimes those girls play the game.
is
Dude.
it happening?
See,
Did you
see,
say
there's
something after that?
Yeah.
there's checkers, and Sean was playing chess. You know, he had her thinking after the whole fact, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
was like, "Oh fuck, foam." She saw foam football, and she thought of you. That's what happened.
No, yeah, she saw a Nerf
She went to
football.
Dick's Sporting Goods, and she's like, "Oh, everything reminds me of him." Fuck.
No, literally, she probably saw
Widowy.
some. She's
The
probably
widow-
He's
saw
like,
some.
it's Nerf or nothing.
Widowdy to Wiz will
No,
reminds me
wait a
of
minute.
him.
She was thinking of me.
You know what she was doing? She was looking up. She was looking up foam finger pickup lines as soon
Yeah,
as you sent
no,
it.
she was like,
she,
what do I
she
say?
got her brain churning, dude.
I didn't like. I had her in
I'll
shambles.
bring the fork and
Hey,
knife.
old school
about you
butter,
foam
bitch.
finger
That
me?
shit's churning.
How about you
It's
foam
churning,
finger me?
boy.
That's what you should have. Yeah.
No, no.
Let me foam finger you real quick.
Yeah. No, Nick,
Hey, do
that's
you like
exactly
eating
what I was
foam
thinking.
balls?
Like,
How about
I
I
didn't
finger
think
you?
I'd get this
After she
far.
sent the laughing emoji, I said, "Was that the top 5 best DM you've ever gotten?" Question mark. And then she said, "Definitely." So you could say
Yeah,
like,
dude. So
I'm
when's
in.
the second
I'm
date?
in.
"I'm him." I'm
What's
not
the
gonna respond.
second date?
I'm
No,
not
you
gonna
should
respond.
you should have been like, "Hey, you like eating foam balls? How about you let me foam finger you?" That would have been
No.
undeniably.
See,
That would have been the.
Rizzle me this, Batman.
whistle me this.
You ask a girl.
You would have gotten a restraining order.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
You ask a girl.
Restraining
Do you
order?
like foam
Hey, Nick.
fingers?
Nick,
And suddenly you're a criminal.
my father was a drinker. He'd come home and he'd just beat my
father
fucking
was a
mom to
foam
death.
football eater.
And then he'd throw my ass down the stairs, and you know what I did? I just had a smile on my face because I was like,
And he would say,
I don't know what to say. Smile.
and he would say, "Nerf or nothing."
Nerf.
It's
or nothing.
Nerf
Nick,
or nothing.
dude, Cocaine Bear. I definitely want to see that, man.
Hey,
Oh God.
watch me make this foam finger disappear.
Ta-da!
Shoves it right up his ass.
Ta-da! Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of that.
Watch me make this foam thumb disappear.
want to see me do it again?
How about a real thumb this time?
How about a thumb with a little nail on it, huh? Make it a little sharp on my ass.
How about a vacuum cleaner?
How about a hot tub?
Hey, fun.
How about a pocket pussy?
Fun.
Watch me impregnate this hot tub.
Watch me fuck this pear. Or muffin. Shout out Jaden Mosby.
What?
Cupcake, that's right.
Explain. Explain.
Hey, Nick.
Oh my God, I'm
Quick little
Not reading
fact
that
about
out
the
loud.
cocaine bear, man.
No, Nick.
He ate 34 kilograms of cocaine, which was valued at over $2 million. The guy, they dumped it out of the plane over the Georgia forest. And guess what happened? The
bear got
parachuter
it.
that was supposed to retrieve it died because his parachute didn't open.
No.
So the bear, he came in, ate a shit ton of
Little
cocaine,
sniff?
was considered the most dangerous apex predator on the planet for about, I believe it was, a very short period of time. And they said
10
that
minutes?
they found him in northern Georgia, just dead.
10 minutes.
It was 10 minutes.
It was like 3 days.
I believe
No, it was not. It was 10 minutes.
they.
Jamie,
they
fact
said-
check it. Okay.
Yeah, pull it up.
I watched a 30-minute documentary on the bear.
You're
a couple
wrong.
Days ago at work.
No, look it up.
Well, were you at work or you just at home?
I was at my work talking to coworkers, ex-coworkers, because I had nothing
Yeah,
to do.
fact check that because I'm curious because like
It was 10 minutes. It was 10 to 20 minutes. I'm willing to bet a foam finger on that. So, double or nothing.
Okay. Well,
But which
Double
was,
or
what-
nerf or nothing.
But which was unusual was
Nerf or nothing.
this
That's me.
bear was not particularly
see me do it
large
again?
either. It was only a 175-pound black bear, which in some places is about average. But like they have actually his taxidermy, the actual stuffed bear in Lexington, Kentucky, in a museum.
Really?
So, like
know
the Bureau of I think it was FBI and other fucking, because it was obviously fucking cocaine. So they had the FBI and other people involved. They came in, they found him dead, just fucking.
Do you know
toast.
that? Do you know that bear is rumored to be?
Give me your mic.
Oh, do you know that bear is actually rumored to be like that might not actually be the real bear?
Yeah, I mean,
The one that's in the Lexington. It's been passed to so many hands because yes. How long did it live?
Like 3 days.
It did it actually?
I think so.
Is
That's
that what
I
it?
saw?
Is that what that said? Or
I didn't find the actual day. I
okay,
don't care.
thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan just gets his shit. From
Hey,
his
instant
fucking
gratification man right here. Sees the headline on Twitter. The movie is nothing like how it actually
You
happened.
never read a headline and just like moved on?
No, I actually I
Every
look at
single
it.
time you see a headline, you're never mind.
Depends the headline.
Keep
If it's
talking.
an ESPN breaking news that someone just got traded, I go cool.
Keep talking.
But no, that's
I'm not shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't the real bear.
The person who did the autopsy said that the bear was filled to the brim
Yeah.
with cocaine. Some of it hadn't even been processed.
Yeah, they said only about 3 to 4 grams were processed by the time he was dead.
Yeah.
Like when they found him dead, only 3 to 4 of it was processed through his body.
No, I think it was like 3 to 4 kilos.
Yeah,
but there was
sorry,
there was still like 20 to 30 pounds just sitting in the middle of this bear's stomach that like had yet to be used.
Oh, they
because-
said 3 to 4 grams.
Oh, it was 3 to 4 grams?
Yeah, about 3 to 4 grams was absorbed into the bloodstream at the time of its death. But in just general sense, black bears are not very aggressive, but
You are when you're on
you are when
cocaine.
you're on 34 kilos of cocaine.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy.
crazy.
I think it's kind of a crazy story, kind of putting that on you, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, shout out Nick, man. You've been really engaged. I
Thanks
fuck
for
with
sharing
it,
all
dude.
this stuff. Except for the last comment, not gonna read that. But I think that wraps up our weekly recap. No.
All right, Nick, we gotta have you on the fucking pod. Can we make this fucking happen,
Yeah.
guys?
We can make it happen.
Seriously,
Nick,
dude.
let
That's
us-
a great riddle.
Yeah, Nick, if you can come on at any point next week, whatever it is, we will have you on gladly. We'll just shoot the shit about anything you want. Anything you want, Nick.
God, that will be an interesting episode, and I cannot wait.
So
Fun
was the
episode.
last segment over underrated?
Over underrated. So in spirit of what we ate tonight, we're gonna do over underrated wing flavors.
Gotcha.
This could be from anywhere.
So
Sauces,
are we doing
rubs.
boneless or bone in?
Just the sauce in general.
I feel like there's a difference, man. When
The
there's
bear
bone.
died. The bear died.
But I'm
15
just gonna
minutes
do
later.
bone in. I mean, that's just
15?
traditional. That's what.
Well,
I
it was only alive for 15 minutes before it died.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
But it was the most high animal on the entire
Yeah,
planet.
they found him in northern Georgia, so he must have already been.
He was booking it.
He was probably just took off, this motherfucker, and then his heart just stopped.
Can you
Just
imagine
really
ingesting that much cocaine? I've never even seen cocaine, so let alone ingested it.
Yeah. All right. So over underrated wing flavors. Why don't you start?
I am conservative. So.
That is my
Dude,
favorite.
I'm starting to get major swamp ass right now.
That
Damn.
Cody.
and we are live.
Stayed in your fucking mouth.
Yeah, that comment. It's fine.
I mean, you guys.
Go ahead, Sean. So
No shame.
over underrated.
Okay, mine's a
No
little
shame, boys. No shame.
Mine's a little different.
Am I rating it or is he?
I am,
Oh,
right.
bro.
Mine's a little different. I'm kind of a wing purist, so
Okay.
if you could tell by my judgment tonight, I think that buffalo sauce is the only thing that belongs on a boned wing.
Oh my god, that's a horrible.
L take.
No,
Horrible.
But go ahead.
no, I'm a
but
purist.
but by
That's what I
all
said.
means, cook. Rizzler.
The buffalo wing should only be consumed
Is it
with buffalo. And
Buffalo.
boneless, whatever. Like it's chicken nuggets with some flavors on it.
Tenders.
That's what boneless is. Tenders, same
not a
thing. It's a
nugget.
chicken
Nuggets.
tender.
They're nuggets. They're shaped like nuggets.
It's not a
No,
nugget.
it's not a
though.
nugget.
Biscuit.
Chicken nuggets
A
different.
nugget is ground up. It's a tender. It's from
Okay,
the
you
breast.
go to Chick-fil-A, you get the chicken nuggets. They're gonna be crispy. What's the difference between that
Well,
and a buffalo wild wing, boneless wing? Nothing.
Because it's two different parts of the chicken.
No, it's not. It's breast.
Yeah, but one's ground up. The other one's like an actual tender that's just made into
cubed.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
texture.
it's cut.
Well, it's not. It's not ground up.
Chicken nugget is ground
You
up.
Now
can
these are the
find ground-
questions
you can
that
find-
I
No,
need
it's not.
answered.
Anyways.
You know what I mean?
Well, you can
Anyways,
find
yeah,
ground
sorry.
chicken. out there.
Anyways, I'm not gonna give an over or underrated because wings only deserve buffalo.
Okay, so just give the flavors then.
No,
Just
wing.
give fucking garlic parmesan. It
no,
just-
it doesn't
No,
belong on
no.
a wing.
Oh
I'm
my
saying
God.
buffalo. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude, you were.
you're a
I'm
buffalo
There's so
nut.
many more flavors of
How I'm
wings, and
gonna
you're only going
describe
with buffalo.
his
No,
answer
traditional.
is stubborn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're not
I'm
willing
a
to do it.
purist. I'm a wing purist.
You know what?
Horrible
Yeah,
take.
but like, I will give this to Sean. He's consistent with the flavor of wings. I've gone out with him eating wings. Buffalo.
Always.
He's picking buffalo.
what it
That's
belongs.
cool. I love buffalo. Go ahead, Yaya.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to just like interrupt you.
No, I don't
I
care. I
think
was just
my
stating some.
overrated wing flavor is foam footballs. No, I'm just kidding.
Foam football flavor.
Overrated.
Fanta flavor.
I'm gonna go with barbecue.
Yeah. I
Overrated.
literally was like, in my head, I was just like, please, for the love of God, say
It's the
barbecue.
Like, they're
Please.
good, but it's just like
No,
it's just buffalo sauce, dude. I don't know. I'd rather eat on pulled pork
I thought you said barbecue.
Wait,
not
or barbecue. Sorry,
Barbie, yeah.
It's just a
barbecue.
buffalo sauce.
Barbecue. Sorry, you had
buffalo
buffalo
and a
in my
barbecue?
head, bro.
100% agree
No,
with that.
barbecue. It's just
Buffalo
barbecue
pulled pork.
sauce. That's all it
I
is.
usually keep
It's overrated.
people thinking about what
Sticky,
I say.
cold,
Yep.
gross. Nah.
Underrated. I feel like if it's done correctly, lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Facts.
You get that little citrus. You get a little
like that.
pepper.
Is that your
in there.
I
underrated?
like that taste.
That's
You
my
like-
underrated.
I like that take.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna rate that. I'm actually gonna rate that pretty highly. I'm gonna say real quick. For me, buffalo sauce is like the water in the pH system. It's the litmus test. The basis of a wing flavor is like you base that off of like how good is this compared to buffalo. Oh, this isn't as good as buffalo. Okay, so it's like it's less than a 5. Buffalo's like
fair.
the 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
Granted, like buffalo can be a 10 out of 10, but it's like it's the middle ground. It's your context.
It's standard.
I think that is almost perfect. For me, lemon pepper seasoning, I
Ooh,
use that on almost everything I
Shit's
cook.
fire.
I make eggs, lemon peppers on it. I make potatoes, lemon peppers on it. I made chicken tonight, lemon peppers on it.
Lemon pepper
Lemon
on
pepper
chicken,
on
so
eggs?
gas.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that on eggs. I might try that.
Lemon
That's
pepper
kinda
for me
fire.
on anything.
Just did
I fucking put lemon pepper on my
chicken.
avocado toast this
What'd
morning.
you say?
So,
Oh, I said I just did lemon pepper on chicken, and it was so fucking good, dude.
so
Air fried too.
am I allowed to reuse what he said, or do I need to? Yeah. Okay. Well, I do think lemon pepper is really good, and I do think it's underrated. But I would say the most underrated flavor is Caribbean jerk.
Oh, I love that take.
Jerk
So
flavor
fire.
is some of the
So
most
fire.
underrated. And if you do it right, some of the greatest chicken you'll ever have is Caribbean jerk chicken.
If it's done right, that's the key because it can be messed up pretty easily.
I mean, isn't
Really,
that for anything?
any
If
chicken.
If
Yeah.
a buffalo sauce is done right, it's 10
Yeah.
out of
I
10.
had nasty,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
You go to Albertsons at 6:30 and they haven't changed out their chicken wing station. It is fucking disgusting. Yeah. So if you order fresh wings, usually they're gonna be good, especially like the shed. Most overrated flavor. Oh, you know what? Most overrated flavor is garlic parmesan.
Oh my god.
No way.
I'll
Yeah.
fucking lose it.
I don't think garlic parmesan's that bad, but I think it's just it lacks. For me,
What?
when I'm eating chicken, I want spice, and I think it lacks all the spice in the world.
That's
And
my
it's
biggest
also
thing.
hard to have good garlic parmesan if it's not wet and it's almost just too much parmesan. It's like too rich. It's like truffle. It's just too
named a
much.
Top 5 flavor.
How am I reading your guys' minds right now? This is
How am I reading your minds, Dad?
I read your mind. I read yours. I was just like, which I agree with the barbecue, but
Okay, but like I can agree with Keaton on the spice. I will. I'll kind of backpedal a
some
little bit.
buffalo wings aren't spicy.
Yeah, but buffalo sauce inherently is just like
It's got a spice to
it's
it. I
spice.
don't want to sweet.
garlic parmesan is just a fucking plain.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? You know how I know garlic parmesan isn't spicy?
You're just not getting it
Because
done right.
Hunter Calkins will eat garlic parmesan because he thinks buffalo sauce is too
It's a
spicy.
top 5 wing, bro.
I'm sorry, garlic
Easy.
parmesan is not good. Maybe
It's a hot
even
take.
the garlic parmesan wet is honestly not that great. It's just too rich.
Oh my
It's just too
goodness.
much for a wing, bro.
Chicken needs to be hot.
The chicken needs to be
Keep my chicken
accentuated with
hot.
flavor,
Oh,
not
yeah.
overpowered by the flavor.
It's a hot take for sure. Cody, what you think? What's your one word to describe it?
I like the Caribbean jerk take because that's a good wing flavor, but
And it's
I think
unique,
that's
too.
Just
Good one word.
Yeah, it's one word.
mid take. Overrated. It's a toss up between probably buffalo and barbecue. I think just I don't know, man. Like buffalo, man. Like they got to be made right. It's got to be in a certain sauce, certain spice level for me.
Certain consistency of
Certain
sauce.
consistency. I'm sorry, there's just there's too many buffaloes where they just do it so fucking wrong. It's just sloppy, soggy mess. Like how can you mess up
That's where
a
the
traditional
shed
wing
does
like
it
that?
good.
That's what pisses me off because like a lot of places don't do buffalo right. They don't.
I will say
I don't like
my
Wingstop's
point.
buffalo. I don't like Buffalo Wild Wings buffalo.
whoa.
I don't.
Wingstop buffalo is good. Wingstop just doesn't sauce it
I
enough.
don't think it's.
But
that
that's-
good.
Agreed.
But that
There's
speaks-
not enough sauce
Wingstop
on
is
it.
better than
There's
Buffalo
not a lot.
Wild
Yeah.
Wings.
Oh,
It
100%.
is.
That
It
speaks
is.
also
100%.
Wait,
Wingstop fries with the cheese sauce is crazy.
No.
Yeah,
dude,
but
they
you
have
got to
the
eat
best
them.
ranch in the
You
game.
got to eat those.
They have the
Those.
best ranch in the
It's like
game.
Five Guy fries. If you don't eat them right away, it turns into a
But that
soggy
speaks
mess.
onto my point about buffalo sauce. Although it's the litmus test, it is hard to perfect. It's easy. It's easy to not fuck up. Like it's easy to make a good buffalo sauce because it's good.
Those
it's
buffalo
hard.
wings you made at Tin Roof that one time.
I
Like
make
when
it
you go to the
mean
shed, it is
and
hard.
zero.
It is hard to match a shed level buffalo wing. That is
Yeah, I agree
fucking
with that.
delicious.
Their barbecue there is pretty good too, honestly.
Shed in general is just
Barbecue
delicious,
sauce.
dude.
Shout
Best
out.
tater
The
tots you'll have.
the next one would be barbecue, but
Okay, Cody?
I think buffalo is just like not enough places make it right, in my opinion. Even though I like buffalo, it just pisses me
I
off.
only
if
I
go
only
somewhere
order
and they
wings
just
from
don't.
certain places, like or buffalo wings.
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
certain places.
And then
Buffalo.
my underrated an Asian zing. There's a place in Sacramento called Hot Wings.
Clever
Or
name.
Fire Wings.
Mango
Fire Wings. And
habanero.
they had this Asian zing like Mongolian one, and it was probably one of the best wings I've ever eaten in my life. Dry, it was like I wouldn't say it was necessarily a dry rub, but dude, it was so good.
My underrated is mango habanero.
Oh wow.
And then my
I read
close
your mind.
second is Nashville hot.
That was going to be the next one I read off because we haven't mentioned
And
that
then
yet.
my overrated, surprisingly enough, is going to be lemon pepper wet because I think it's way better dry.
You guys are killing
Way-
me.
Clearly not a
way
Rick Ross
better
fan
dry.
if you're saying that.
And my
guys are
second
killing me.
close would be barbecue as well because I think barbecue, for some reason, gets colder than any other wing. And when it's cold, it's disgusting.
Barbecue belongs on a lot of things, but
Then you'll get that pocket of barbecue
like-
sauce in that bite. You're like,
I think barbecue chicken. I
I
think
also agree
fried
with
chicken with
whoever said
barbecue.
that.
barbecue
Wings
chicken,
should
like
be spicy.
grilled
Yes.
Yeah.
barbecue
Wings
chicken.
should have a
Barbecue
little
chicken?
spice though.
Grilled barbecue
Oh,
chicken's good.
garlic parmesan is properly rated. I think it's a top 5.
I think there's a lot of wings that
Top
are
10,
properly
top 10, top 10.
rated, but there's some ones that I definitely think a majority of people can agree on that are, I think,
Oh, yeah,
that are
big time.
overrated and or just as a a flavor as a whole.
My overrated was teriyaki. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
teriyaki.
I was gonna say
Oof.
we have
That shit
teriyaki.
sucks.
We also have orange chicken.
That one's.
Okay, I might
I
have
would
to.
never
I
get an
think I'm
orange
gonna have to
chicken wing.
disagree with the teriyaki, man.
Oh, it's just a
I
flavor.
would put orange chicken as a wing though.
It's a sauce.
Yeah,
It's served at
Like-
Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstop.
Okay, but I wouldn't like if I'm getting.
Traditional
Jam and
sauces, it's not.
jalapeno?
Yeah.
If I'm like ordering
Jam and
orange chicken, I'm
jalapeno.
like, oh, I'm ordering orange chicken, not
Yeah.
I'm ordering
Yeah.
wings.
Agreed.
Okay, there's this at Eureka. They have wings there, and there's only 2 flavors.
You know who's got the
There's
worst wings?
one with like a
10 barrel.
lime, like a spicy lime cilantro,
I've never had
fucking dry. Like it was a
10
I
barrel's
believe
fire.
it was a
Place
dry rub,
sucks.
dude. I don't know if Eureka has these still, but it was so fucking good. It was like this perfect like citrus from the lime, and the chicken was perfect. Dude, lemon
It's
pepper
better
wet
dry.
is so good, dude.
Also, the best wing that I've had in Boise is the Ale House. They had wings the size of my palm.
Really?
Oh,
They were massive.
When we went with
They were
Dad.
massive. They were
can't
literally
you-
this big, and they have not had them since.
Say yours again.
Mango habanero was my underrated, and then my overrated was teriyaki.
You also had that Nashville hot on your
Nashville
underrated.
hot was also underrated.
1A,
and
1B
then,
type thing.
Overrated was barbecue, and
1.1.
then lemon pepper wet, just because I think dry is better.
I'm gonna give a bow to that because I agree with those.
Thank you, sir.
The Buffalo.
Thank you, sir.
When you still worked at Tin Roof, and Ryan and Zooch, you guys have all made buffalo wings.
There?
Those were fucking good. Yeah,
Don't-
they both him and Ryan made them.
Boneless?
And no, bone in, and you don't make bone.
Wait, where'd you get it though?
We just
I
went
bought
to the
wings
store.
from the store,
Oh, yeah.
and I just brought all this
Tim,
stuff.
Zooch, and
To,
Sean,
You guys don't
they've
have
all-
wings.
no.
They all made them separately.
We just
and,
yeah.
dude,
So we just
that's when
would
I
go
was
to the
like,
store, yeah.
What's funny,
that's
Cody?
when you guys made the buffalo wings how they're supposed to.
What's
be.
funny is I just copied the exact same thing he did.
Yeah, that's why
The
I
exact
was-
same buffalo
because,
recipe.
It's fire.
I was like, dude, perfect amount of sauce, crispy.
It's an
chicken was
entire
good.
jug of Frank's,
That's-
a stick of butter, cayenne, chili
Don't
powder.
Say it out loud.
There's
I
And
no-
mean,
a
we
little
not
bit,
reveal
and a
this
little bit of
fucking-
love, boys, and a little bit of love.
No, there's more stuff.
There's
You
more
ruined
stuff.
the recipe.
but no.
We should barbecue.
Can
This weekend.
I do just want to put out
We
on
should
the.
barbecue wings this weekend.
I'd be down.
No,
Sunday?
you got a full-
Yeah, let's do it.
maybe
On the point of
Sunday would
like the garlic parmesan, the reason I don't like it, especially the wet, is because the way I think about chicken is the sauce should accentuate the chicken. Like I want to first notice the chicken, then the sauce. When I eat garlic parmesan, it's too fucking rich. The parmesan is just too
That's fair.
powerful. The garlic isn't bad. It's the parmesan that just hits you instantly, and you don't really get any chicken. It's just like it's basically
vessel.
like it's like eating celery with ranch. You don't taste the celery, you only taste the ranch. It's just a fucking
also fair.
it's a vessel.
I will,
for
yeah,
ranch.
I will say like garlic. It's kind of like buffalo in my opinion.
You gotta
where,
be in
like,
the
some
mood to eat
places
it.
like can
All right, last
some
thoughts.
places can fuck it up.
Yeah.
And
Perfect it.
sometimes like the garlic parmesan, it's too moist sometimes. You're just
So I
tasting
wanted to
this.
spend about 30 minutes reviewing the movie Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go
We're
ahead
gonna
and
do, we're
Off air.
gonna do that. So
Off camera?
we're gonna like stop the stream and then let you sit here and just talk about it if you want.
okay, cool.
We'll record though. I'll put it in.
You guys
We'll
should
bring you a
you
phone
guys
call.
should have just stopped streaming and just like let me talk. Yeah. So the movie was crazy. You guys would have like
It's, like,
never
backed
understood.
out. No,
it.
yeah, you can sit here by yourself and just talk about it.
Yeah.
If you want.
Um.
But in the future, we've got some new stuff.
We have a
coming
lot
up
of things
ahead.
happening.
We've got some stuff planned that we want to do for everyone. This week we're gonna have some fun on Saturday possibly. Look it out for on the next week's episode if I get it edited in time. But we've got a couple little things we want to do. Saturday I think we're gonna go to the Steelheads game pregame and go and interview some fans and see what they think of
What
hockey.
they know
Maybe
about hockey.
So if
what
you're
they
going to the
know about
game,
Are you guys gonna ask?
Look out for
like,
'em.
fake-
so. Look out for us next week. We're gonna do stuff.
Shout out to everybody that came on and
Thank you.
Yeah,
was
thank you,
watching
guys.
and
I
people
really
that are
will-
watching in the future. Please like and subscribe and pass this on to your family and friends.
Look
Please.
out for us. You can listen to us on Apple Music and Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
take it away.
Our Instagram as well.
Next
Yes.
week we will officially be on the Settle Down channel.
True.
Yes, sir.
For
so,
sure.
Sorry about
sure.
that.
We've had a couple weeks hiccups of learning, jumping through holes. So
Learning YouTube.
we'll
We're
figure it
setting
out.
up a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff upcoming, like Sean said. Check us out on socials. Pretty much all of them are Settle Down Podcast. Check us out. Tell a friend.
Link is in the
And-
description as well.
Link is in the description.
Yes, sir.
If you guys
Blow
want to
this
be
shit
on
up.
the show, text one of us, and we kind of have a guest list going. So we will get through that. But other than that, I just want to say thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
See you next
Shout
time.
out.